Hello, 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 hello. It is Thursday. Another day, another Thursday. Hope you enjoyed your Thursday so far. Maybe it's been a while for you already. Maybe you just started. Either way, hope you enjoyed it so far. And yeah, I would say today we actually have something, I guess, a little bit more technical, a little bit more theoretical, but I think it's still a very interesting and important topic. We're going to talk about how to improve in Blender pretty quickly or very effectively, and you can basically control your progress. So let's go to the topics, to this summary, so you can look at them and get a grasp, and you know what's going to happen today. Hello, hello, hello. So you can see right there, 30-minute quick sketch, the first one. We're going to do, as always, a 30-minute quick sketch. Just, just warm up. We're going to I will give myself 30 minutes to model anything like an image. And then we're going to do some post-production afterwards. And then we're going to upload the image to social media, which will result in roughly 40 to 50 minutes for the first part. And then the next part will be the technique to boost your Blender skills. That's exactly what the topics that I was just mentioning. I wanted to talk to you, or I wanted to show you how I did it, not only with these quick sketches actually, but also how I did it basically almost from the beginning, maybe kind of subconsciously, but now I do it like rather consciously. Yeah, and then maybe if we have some more time, we're going to continue our long-term project, the short EEVEE animation. The short EEVEE animation we started yesterday, and yeah, if there's more time left after we're done with this topic right there, this one, we're gonna go back to the animation and just continue that, just to finish off the stream. Usually what I wanted to do is every time I have like these shorter topics, like this one for example, I like to have a long-term project that I can just fit in whenever I have some time left, because I usually want to stream for about 3.5 to 4 hours, and this fits, like having a long-term project that I can just fit in there works quite well to just pass some time and make it, I guess, valuable, let's say that. Yeah, if you don't want to see all the topics, or if you're only interested in one of them, you can go to the timestamp in the description. Usually, or I try to put them in like right when I end the stream. If they're not there yet, then yeah, they should be there like I don't know, like 20 hours later or so. Depends on when I get to it. If I don't get to it like right after the stream. So yeah, I would say we go right into the first topic, which is of course the 30-minute quick sketch. So let's go to Blender. There you go. And everything's ready, I think. Yeah, we have the ball. We don't need the ball for this one. Let's delete it. There you go. We don't need the light either. Yeah, I mean, I think I want to make something rather abstract for this one, but I want to try something else, like something new today. Something else new, just something new today, which we also need a cylinder for. We've used a cylinder yesterday, and we're going to use one today as well. Yesterday we created a cave, a pirate cove or pirate bay, secret pirate bay. Today we're going to do something more, I guess, abstract. So yeah, let's see how that turns out. Blender's ready. Hold on, do I need? Yeah, let's grab Roberto, so we can put him in the scene if we need him. I think we can put him in. We can fit him in somewhere, but I don't want to force it. But if he fits in, then we have him ready to go. I don't have to look for him. If we only have 30 minutes, I don't want to waste time just looking for assets that I want to use. So if I have him ready already, like if I have him ready immediately, that just makes everything easier. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I would say we're ready to go. My timer's ready. Hopefully you are ready. Roberto is definitely ready. If we need him, then he's ready. Blender's ready. I'm ready. So I would say 3, 2, 1, go. Ta-da. Okay, so first of all, what we need is a cylinder. Let's grab a cylinder. So I don't know why I have so many difficulties saying cylinder. Okay, so let's add a few more cuts right here to make the geometry a little bit more even. There you go. I think I should do like I've started doing, or in the beginning when I started streaming, I did pronunciation exercises, and I stopped at some point because I don't really know why. I just stopped, and I think I should pick them up again because I kind of feel that I'm getting worse again, and I kind of want to revert my progress, or like not revert it, but like bring it back. So maybe I should do some more again. Okay, so we need a sphere, I think. So if we scale it now on everything except the z-axis, we get this nice all up right there. Look at that, that's perfect. So now we use a subdivision modifier. Let's set that to 6. There you go. We also need a displacement modifier. As always, for environments, I use my good old trusty displacement modifier with a new cloud texture. There you go. Looks pretty weird right now, so we have to do a few changes. First of all, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and use a different size. Let's make it bigger. Oh, not smaller. Oh god. Okay, that's better. Change the depth as well, because there are so many subdivisions. It takes a while to really render out. I think that's too small. I mean too big. 0.3 maybe 0.3 is too much. Oh, that looks interesting. It looks, I don't know if the shading looks weird or it's supposed to look like that. Let's change it around. Oh no, what we can do is we can go into the strength and we set it lower so that these spikes aren't as strong. We have more like pillars that we can work with. That looks pretty cool actually. Okay, so now we have the first pillar. Let's put it let's put him to the side, and 27 minutes. Perfect. We need a plane for the ground. Let's make it bigger. There you go. Perfect. That's going to be the environment, and we have the pillars right there. We need what do we need? Let's make another pillar because I want to try something. There you go. We then go ahead and go to the texture, back to the texture, make a new texture. Make a new texture number 001. A duplicate. We're going to unduplicate it by changing the settings. We need a color ramp. Put that in. Oh, it lags. I don't know why it's so laggy. There you go. Now if you pull this black higher, we should get these nice... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Oh. Well, okay, hold on. Let's bring this back to a little bit lower value. No, that's not what I wanted. That looks kind of weird. No, that doesn't really look good at all. I'm gonna just use this one. Okay, so we actually need 2. So let's duplicate this one, put it to the top as well. Perfect. Now let's should we place the pillar already? No, I'm gonna go in here into my camera and set my camera first. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna use Roberto for this one as well, just because I don't really have anything where I can kind of reference my scale off of. If I have Roberto, we can kind of... I want to also always place my camera on head height if I have a human in the scene, and I can kind of scale the human. I at least know that I'm on the wrong... I'm in the right height when I place my camera. There you go. Go back to Roberto. Let's change the subdivision level, and there you go. Make it smaller. There you go. Pretty small actually, maybe like that. Now let's place him in the scene. Perfect. Let's rotate him. He's supposed to look in that direction. There you go. Okay, next up. Let's see. So he's gonna be pretty far in the middle. Over here somewhere. Okay, I'm just gonna leave them there like this. I'm gonna place my camera now. Come here, camera. Make you smaller. Pull you closer to Roberto. There you go. We have to change a few settings. First setting would be the focal length. Let's set that to 30. And that's all the settings we need to change. Except maybe for the values. But the values aren't really settings. So I don't know what I was talking about. Let's pull it further back so it's more behind them really. There you go. We then pull the focus point a little bit higher. There you go. Perfect. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's save this real quick so I don't have to do it again. Oh, I'm in a way different project file. This one says quick sketch day 116. There you go. Almost 120. Oh, I typed in 120. 112. No, 16. Oh my god. I'm confused. Okay. So, let's see. The camera looks good so far. So now let's place these pillars. I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm just going to use it as a, you know, source material. I think it's going to be less laggy if we just apply these modifiers. Yeah, like this. Perfect. There you go. Now it should be easier. Exactly. Perfect. And let's place them in the scene. They're too big, so I'm going to make them smaller so they fit right in from the bottom to the top. There you go. Yep, we're back. Quick interference, but now we're back. Let's continue the quick sketch. So we have the first pillar already placed. I want to do a few changes, or I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this once more, duplicate it, put it somewhere else. I want to like make this some sort of like pillar, I guess, fortress or pillar like environment, this cave-like environment with a lot of pillars. So let's go ahead and go to this one. I want to change this one actually. So let's go ahead and use. Hold on. I wanted to try something. So there's this weird modifier which is called the lattice modifier. I wonder what that does. So if I grab a cube and pull that over here. Hold on. Let me see if that works. It's maybe a little bit reckless to to go ahead and try to test stuff while I do my quick sketch, but whatever. So now we make this slimmer. There you go. Fill the whole thing. There you go. We make it slimmer in the center. Let's add maybe one right there. That's pretty good already. Okay, so now, no, let's add one more. Let's add two more. There you go. So now let's go to this one, to the lattice. Use this cube. Oh, hello. Please use the cube. What is going on here? Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't work apparently. Well, okay. That's the wrong modifier then. Okay. Well. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so let's go in here and change this geometry. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and choose the upper vertices right there. Use them, select them. The bottom ones as well. Grab them right there. There you go. Then I want to use a different proportional editing mode, which will be the sharp one. scale it on the X and Y axis. Hopefully this will not crash. Blender. Oh, it froze. Oh no. Just too many vertices. Oh, I could probably do that in... Oh no, I forgot I could do it in scope mode way easier. Okay, let's restore the file. Good thing is I have saved this this file, so it isn't a big deal. Hold on, where's my... Oh no. There you go, Blender Cloud. Nope, not plugins. There you go. And yep. Okay. Reset. Let's try again. So let's grab this and put a few pillars in here. Oh, duplicate. Oh, it's not applied. There you go. Pull it over here. Okay. There you go. So that's the first one. I can replay. I can place it somewhere else if I want to later. Right now I'm just looking for different shapes. So what I'm going to go into is the sculpt mode. We're going to go in here. We can then use the snake hook brush to change the shape of this a little bit. Maybe make it wider in multiple directions right there. Look at that. Ooh. Exactly what I wanted. Oh, hello. There you go. Let's do the same maybe in the center, just a little bit. Maybe like this. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Getting a nice shape down here as well. Maybe a little bit wider. Look at that. This way we can create different looking pillars. Very, very easily. Okay, perfect. That's the second one. Let's go make another one. You know what? I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna grab this one. So what I want to do with this one is I want to make him pretty wide in at the bottom and the top, and everything else should be quite thin. Oh, there you go. Of course, not only wide but also long, making this a very, wide in multiple axes, I guess. There you go. This will be the big boy. Okay, perfect. I think that's a good variation. So let's go ahead and add them to the scene. Let's put one in the front here. I'm going to use this one. Pull it in front here, maybe over there. Right there, that's pretty good. So we can still see a little bit on the side there, which can look pretty cool, I think. We have how much time? 70 minutes, perfect. We're going to grab this one, move it over here, just to place a few a little bit closer. There you go. Now we have the other ones as well. This one, place them somewhere here maybe. I'm going to do a few duplicates of this one. We can also rotate it on the y-axis by 180 degrees, so it's like the other way around, which just makes it more, I guess, gives it a variation to the one that we already have. There you go. Let's just add more. First of all, duplicate this one as well. Maybe over here somewhere. Maybe we could make this one bigger even. No. There you go. Rotate it on the z-axis so we have a different angle. There you go. We can maybe use this one once more. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Hello. There you go. Select this one. Duplicate. Move it over here. Rotate it a little bit more. And let's see where we can fit it. Right in there, maybe like this. I wanted to actually have like a middle part. So I could probably pull this over a little bit so we can see some more of the left side. Then this one can be pulled over more as well. There you go. Then we have this one, which is kind of in the way. Move it a little bit further back. Okay. So what I want to do with the lore actually is I want to make a Oh, I could actually just create another plane, pull that to the side. Then I use my trusty pillar. I'm going to link the modifiers. There you go. Now all the modifiers are in this one as well. I'm going to simple this. There you go. Why is it so small? Oh, because the resolution is way lower, or was way lower in the beginning, because it was only one face. So we need another subdivision surface modifier. There you go. Set it on top of the displacement modifier. There you go. Maybe do 2. Perfect. We're going to duplicate this one as well. No, hold on. I want to do a few changes to this. First of all, what I want to do... Actually, should I? I think that's okay. I'm going to duplicate it. Apply everything. Then we can put it in this scene as well. Oh, wait. I want to make it a circle. Why is it round? I did nothing. Both on set. Oh, there you go. Okay. So let's grab this one. I'm gonna pull it over here as well. We can get these nice ground ripples, I guess. They shouldn't be too big, so that's why I kept it on 0.5 displacement strength. There you go. Let's do the same on the top here. Oh, there you go. Not too big. Maybe bring in a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. Let's save this one real quick, and then let's do some atmosphere, or the lighting in general. So let's go ahead and go to the rendered view. Nothing here. Hold on. Takes quite a while to load. Let's go to the world. We need to do a few changes in here first. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this to nothingness, to black, pure blackness. There you go. Now we can bring in our own lighting. What I want to do first is I want to bring in an actual model, I think. Let's see what we have here. Let's go to the... let's see what we have here. There you go. Can I grab one of my 3D scans? Let's see what do we have here. Buddha head? No. Ammonite. Hurricane. I don't think there's anything cool here. No. I mean, we could probably... Let's use him again. Let's use Roberto again. And duplicate him, and then use him as the focus point as well. There you go. Put him over here. Perfect. We're gonna rotate him, so he's gonna look in our direction. There you go. Let's pose him. First of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete his teeth, because he doesn't need them in here. I'm gonna do that with the other one as well. The teeth and the eyes take a lot of, I don't know, really I guess, performance off of the rig. So the rig is just way slower if you have all that stuff in there. So removing it kind of, yeah, just makes it easier to work with. There you go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make a quick pose here. What I'm going to do with him, so I'm going to put him down to the floor. He's supposed to kneel, so his knees look kind of weird right now, so we have to change them. Pull him forward. There you go. Perfect. Like that. Maybe a little bit further out. Okay, so his foot are still on the ground, looking kind of like a... Oh, nice move there. Okay. There's the other one. Dude, why is it always jumping? There you go. He's flying, so we have to bring him down to the ground. There you go. That should be okay. We can bring him back a little bit. More sitting on his knees. There you go. Now let's pose his hands, then his head later, but first his hands. So he's gonna have something in his hands, so we're gonna rotate it like this. Where's his elbow? Oh, there's his elbow control. There you go. Now he doesn't have these weird elbows pointing up. Now he can actually have something in his hand and look natural. There you go. We're gonna rotate the hand so he has something he can carry something in his hand. There you go. Kind of forward facing, so you can actually see it from up front. Like that. Pull it closer to the center. Where's his elbow pivot point? There you go. We need the other hand. Pull it forward to here. There you go. Rotate it. Oh, where's his hand? There it is. Okay, you move this one more to this side. There you go. I think that's pretty cool. Then we're gonna bow his or arch his back a little bit more forward. We grab his his head control. What I want to do is I want to actually rotate him a little bit back like this so that he can be more arched. I want to grab this. Oh, nice torque there, buddy. Let's grab his back. Do it more like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We're going to grab that and put it right on the hands. Perfect. So now what we can do is we can just do scale this so it's bigger. And this is the main focus of the image. Like that. Perfect. Let's pull him back a little bit so it has a little bit more space. Perfect. Let's save this one real quick. We have 8 minutes left. Perfect. So let's do a few changes here. What I want to do first is some lighting. So what I'm going to grab is I wanted to grab a point light. Put that in the scene. To create some nice backlight there. Perfect. I want to also bring in some, I guess, atmosphere in the scene. So I'm going to grab my cube. I'm going to make it bigger in all directions so that it fits the whole scene. We have to pull it higher, otherwise it's just underneath the scene halfway. There you go. Pull it higher. We're going to set it to wired view. Perfect. So let's go back to the world. To this object, we need to give this object a volume shader. So let's grab the principled volume. Put that volume into the volume socket. Set it to white. And there you go. We have nothing because it's so dark. So we have to set it to 0.1 maybe. Maybe even less, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, so actually I want to change this to a different shape. Let's use an area light for this one. I'm gonna rotate it by 90 degrees, maybe higher even. No, lower. Let's put it lower. Like that. Good. We're gonna move it a little bit higher though. Not too high. Maybe even further back. So that it can illuminate more of the scene. We set it to 100. That's pretty high. I also want to make Roberto smaller. I think it's the difference between the two is just not big enough. Yeah, it's kind of loading. I'm gonna grab my camera and place it a little bit closer to the ground. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we have 6 minutes left, 6.5. Perfect. Let's save this real quick. Let's do a few more changes. So what I want to do is I want to give him something. Okay, the light is actually behind him and kind of looks like it isn't because of this pillar, I think. We could probably place the pillar somewhere else. The pillar is kind of distracting me right now. So if you place it maybe over here, that's probably better. Takes quite a while to load. Perfect. Now I'm going to put something in his hand, which will just be so what should we put him in? Put it in his hand. I guess a UV sphere could work. Put it right in there. Perfect. We're gonna make it smooth. There you go. We're not gonna see the smoothness because it's gonna be an emissive material, but it doesn't matter. There you go. And we need an emission shader. Put the emission in the surface. And the strength can probably be like 2, maybe. Maybe even more. It's kind of supposed to illuminate him. Let's set it to 5. What about 10? I want to make this ball smaller as well. Kind of big right now. It's supposed to be like this very, very tiny ball. He's kind of holding in his hands. More like that. Yeah. It's kind of loading. The smaller the ball, the more strength you need to make it like glow just as big. for as much as the bigger ball. There you go. I also want to bring in a Taurus for him to wear as a halo. There you go. Please just change. Why does it take so long? Especially with these ones. I think the Taurus is just laggy. I don't know why, but it just is. Please just do it. Why are you so slow? Yeah, that's okay. We're gonna make it smaller. Oh, smaller, I mean. We can still change the, I guess, the thickness of this thing. Okay, I wanted to place it on his head first, so I actually, know that it's in the right position, in the right spot. There you go. We need a displacement modifier. Another one. We're gonna set this to smooth, so it's just looking, it appears as if it's smooth. Doesn't really matter because we need to apply an emission shader to it. Let's set it to maybe 0.1, 0.3. Yeah, negative 0.3 looks actually pretty good. Perfect. Put it a little bit lower. We're gonna make it smaller as well. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's pull it a little bit lower so it's kind of hidden behind his head in the render. Perfect. I'm gonna apply the same shader we have on this ball. Hopefully it's not too bright. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. So that's the beginning. We have 3.5 minutes left. Let's pose Roberto and maybe give him some sort of yeah, a pose. What could we give him? Like oh, we could maybe hold on. We could maybe make him like pray, or like, I don't know. Dude, it's so laggy. I don't know why. Maybe because of this one? Please just make it stop. Okay. Dude. Please. Hello. Okay. I don't know why it's so laggy sometimes. Maybe he can kind of, I don't know, pray to him or whatever. There you go. Reach out to him. Like that. Okay. I'm gonna place him more in the center. I think that's cooler. Oh, you know what? Now I'm gonna place him there. We have 2.5 minutes. Let's save this one right there. I want to put in some materials. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this smooth right there. And let's go to the rendered view again. Oh, I actually wanted to put in a light as well for Roberto. Otherwise he's gonna be very, very dark in the front. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put in, maybe like a small light to just illuminate him from the side. Where's my light? There it is. Point light. Oh, that's over there. Let's pull it over here. It's too bright, of course. So we need to change, first of all, maybe the size. And then the power, maybe set it to 1. The scene's pretty small, so making... You know what? I know I'm gonna keep him black. I think that's okay. If he's illuminated in the back, then that's okay. Okay, perfect. Maybe we could even bring in a few more pillars to kind of make it more, kind of fill the room more. But I think that's okay though, like this. I think that's okay. 1.5 minutes. Oh wait, I want to color everything. Oh, please, can you please just let me work? Oh my god. Is it like the amount of vertices in the scene? Oh, 11,000. Wait, maybe that's the thing that is kind of messing with me here. Okay. Let's go ahead and add some materials. We could maybe make this a little bit grayish. That could make it too dark, but we'll see. Light materials, link. Please select the ground as well as the ceiling. Everything except Roberto, and the big Roberto will be dark. Hopefully we can even see him. Oh, we can actually see him. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and what do we need? We need to... Oh, this looks actually pretty cool. I wanted to change the roughness, make it a little bit rougher. Okay, we have 10 seconds. Textures, alpha, asphalt clean. No. Okay, well that's too bad. You know what? I think I like rough, like pretty shiny actually a lot. So I'm gonna keep it at 0.3. There you go. Now we have today's quick sketch. Pretty simple, pretty abstract, but I think sometimes abstract can look quite good. This one is kind of I don't know. It could probably look better, but I think at least we have a cool environment with a specific focus point. So let's go ahead and render this so we don't have to endure this lag for just too long. Okay, let's save one more time and then wait for 10 minutes because it's saving. Let's close the countdown. We don't need it anymore. Perfect. So what do we need? We need the render samples look good for the quick sketch. I mean for the sketch render. Set it to 50%. Okay. There you go. Perfect. Let's I don't want to save anymore, so I'm gonna press I have to switch this to the rendered view. There you go, so we can see it right there. And hit render. So it renders. Perfect. There you go. Yeah. Today it's gonna be actually like I've been hearing from multiple people like, oh dude, first of all, people just ask me, dude, how did you learn Blender? Or like, oh, it's so hard to learn Blender. And sometimes like one of the most asked questions is like how to learn Blender, or like, of course, beginner tutorials are always like very popular because if you want to start Blender, then yeah, you just have to start with a beginner tutorial. But then at some point, like once you get through the first project and you want to kind of do your own thing, I think then it gets kind of maybe like blurry on what you should really do to improve, I guess, effectively. Yeah, and we're just going to talk a little bit about how I think you can very simply, not easily, let's say simply, improve your skills without really having to, maybe not really without having to think about it, but more without having to like maybe even do like specific practice things, like, I don't know, sculpting a nose for 20 times to get better at it. I think there's a more fun way to learn, which we are going to talk about today. There you go. Let's see if 256 is too much or if it's just enough. Let's render the scene. Render imago. Is everything ready? Everything seems to be ready. So F12. There you go. Let's see how long it's going to take. Hopefully not this long. There's not that much in the scene. Maybe the vertices could bump it up a little bit, but overall it should be pretty fast. While that's rendering, I'm going to drink something real quick. Okay, 9 minutes, that's too much. So let's reduce some, yeah, I guess the sampling. That's usually the easiest, the easiest thing we can do to reduce the render time. The next one would probably be to change, I guess, the resolution. Although I want to render it in 1920 by 1920, so that's not really an option. Other than that, we could probably maybe change the light. What is it? The max sampling for every single, I guess, way how the light has been, like how the light is being rendered. So diffuse or transmission or reflection and all these different things all have their different settings on how many bounces they will be rendered for. But usually I've already set my settings to probably like the best settings, or at least very, very good settings. So I don't really need to like care about that necessarily, because there's not really that much I could do there to make my render faster. More the sampling or the resolution. That's it. Oh. Just had a lag. Crazy. Okay, hopefully it's not gonna lag more than that. Oh, okay. I thought if the render reaches these big pillars, maybe it gets like it goes slower, but apparently not. Sounds like, or looks like we're good. So we just have to wait for this to finish, and then yeah, we can go into the next topic, which will actually be pretty interesting. Not only because I guess share the technique that I've used, but also because of the example. The example that I will give to show you what or to kind of demonstrate what I mean with the technique. We can see the floor, or like the I guess the environment at the top and at the bottom are smoother than these pillars, just because we would have had to add more subdivision levels to these planes to make them just as dense, but that would have made the process even more laggy, and that I don't want to deal with that, so I just kept them pretty smooth. And yeah, that's just the sole reason. And then of course, if we still have some more time left, we can go back to the animation, which was actually going pretty well. We basically finished the overall sketch, the overall concept. So, or yeah, overall concept and also pacing. So we created a, oh yeah, we started lighting now. So sorry. We started, oh, another lag. Hold on. Okay. Dude, I don't know why. Probably because Blender is saving. That's usually what happens when it's like this laggy. Okay. Hello. Crazy. Oh my god, why is it breaking down so much now? My PC is dying. Why? What are you doing? Can't even control my mouse. Last time we had this problem was when I... Hold on. What is taking so much? OBS? Well, that doesn't even make sense. Okay. Cooling down again. What is that? Whoa, dude, whoa. What was happening? Maybe the render is just too intense and thus kind of just lags out. Maybe. Jesus. Okay. Now everything's frozen. Perfect. Awesome. Dude. Oh my god. Just close Task Manager. Is that so hard? Can I close the render? Please? Please stop this. Hello? Oh. Please just stop the render. Please, please, please. Okay, no response. Oh, there you go. Aha! Oh my god. What was that? Oh, I thought I had a blue screen. Probably not. Okay, now we're back, hopefully. Seems like everything is going fine now. So what was the problem? Maybe, I don't know. Weird. Okay. Seems like everything is fine now. Okay, perfect. So, let's go ahead and... I don't know what I want to do. It's so... we could probably bring in... Maybe we could reduce the amount of samples that in here, just to make it easy on the render. So what we have to do is we have to go into the remesh, use a remesh modifier. Oh, freezes. Oh, there it is. We have to decrease the voxel size. Okay. Please just do it. Okay. So pretty small. I wonder why they're so scattered. What if we just decrease the voxel size? We should get a full structure in the end. Maybe the small bumps in the surface are so small that there's no real way to make it a real, like, make a good remesh. That is weird though. What? Why? Can I should do something else? Maybe that works. Oh, that's better. Maybe then going the octave depth down. Oh, we could actually change the scale, actually. Please. Oh, no, not before. Trying to solve these problems here. Oh, this actually looks cool, but it's kind of... You know, I want to keep the look that I had before. Otherwise, it would be like a whole different image. And I don't want to, like, make a new one. I just want to go back to what I had before. Let's maybe set it to 7. 7 should be enough. Hopefully. Yeah, that's okay, I think. Yeah, that's okay. So now we have to link the modifier to all the other pillars as well, just to reduce the vertices. We can see at the bottom right the vertices. Oh, yeah, right there. They went down quite a lot. So now we can see it's actually working. We went from 11 million already all the way down to 8 million. So if we apply that to all the pillars, that should work wonderfully. So we just have to link these modifiers. Oh, we're already at 6 million. Yeah, just that amount of vertices just doesn't really work in Blender. It works quite well in ZBrush, but ZBrush is kind of made for that to work. So yeah. Come on, do it. Okay. One more. Link, modifier. And then we're back to maybe 2 million, maybe? Let's see. Probably. Please. Yep, perfect. Almost 1 million. So let's apply everything. Apply the modifier. Apply the modifier, please. There you go. Okay, it takes quite a while, but that's okay. At least then I can hopefully render my image, rather than always having to hope that my system doesn't crash and burns. Come on, please, just do it. There you go. Oh my god. Okay, one more. Okay, we're back to 2.1 million. Hopefully that's better. A fifth or even less. Almost a sixth of what we had before. that should be better now. So now let's go and render this. And hopefully then we have a nice render in our hands. Let's see how long that's going to take. Probably less than 5 minutes. Because we have way less vertices now. Let's see. Oh, 4 minutes. Okay, that's pretty good. We saved 5 minutes. I mean, we saved a minute, and also we saved probably a little bit of a headache. And it doesn't even look that different, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think over 7 or 8 million Blender's gonna start struggling. So staying under that amount is probably a good thing, especially for these quick sketches. They don't really require like precise, I guess, models necessarily. They look just fine how they are right now. So maybe we could have reduced the the subdivision level at least by 1. Oh, what I was saying before to the animation. We've been working on we've started working on the animation yesterday, and we were at lighting the scene. So we created a, I guess, rough sketch of the scene and added some smaller details that are kind of part of the animation itself, like the doors, for example, that he breaks open, and the lever. So what we're gonna do today, if we have time for that, which we probably will have. I don't really know, or I don't really expect this to take like, I don't know, 3 hours or so. The explanation. So we'll probably go back to the animation as well, and then we're gonna work on that some more. We'll probably finish lighting the scene, and then maybe adding some more detail, or we'll start. So yeah, I think we'll so what I want to add in terms of, I guess, features or no detail rather, or like more detailed, yeah, just more stuff, putting some more stuff in the scene. The only real thing that I want to still add to the scene is stuff that affects the animation itself, meaning how Roberto runs. For example, we have this corridor in the front, or corridor in the beginning, where all these pipes go all around in the corridor, and he of course can't just run through the pipes, so we kind of have to animate him around it, maybe even dodge one of them. And then yeah, afterwards, what I can kind of think of would be the ladder that he runs up, or like that he climbs up. We would kind of have to create, like, yeah, make a probably like even, how do you call it, a procedural ladder. It's not really procedural, but it's like we can apply, or we can create like one of these ladder pieces, and then we can use an array modifier and apply the ladder piece to a curve, so that if we make the curve longer, the ladder will be longer as well, and if we make it shorter, the ladder can be short as well. That's kind of what I have in mind for the ladder. Yeah, we'll see. Just to, you know, have a good orientation point for the animation, just so we don't forget anything, and then if we add it later, it's gonna mess up the animation, which would be pretty bad. So if we then have all these objects, we can then go probably to the animation or itself. We have the camera already, so the next part would probably be to kind of create a rough animation for Roberto, and then yeah, once we have that, I don't really know how long the light is gonna take. Maybe we'll we should also do the underground, I guess, like the underground galaxy or whatever also. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna start with. So the image is done finally. Let's save it. PNG. There you go. Quick sketch day 116. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's switch to Photoshop. Where's my quick sketch? There it is. Import. Okay, let's switch over. There you go. Perfect. There it is. So let's do some changes. First of all, what I want to do is I want to maybe bring in some more contrast. Let's see what the contrast if the contrast is really. Oh yeah, that looks really, really cool. I like that. Kind of concentrates the light more around him. It kind of takes away fog from the front, which I don't really mind. I like it right there, but I think it looks just cooler like this, so I'm gonna leave it like this. So what do we have here? What could we add more? Maybe I think that's okay already. I think the lighting itself is pretty good. So the only thing that we really need now is the fingerprint texture. Let me grab it real quick. It's already opened the texture folder. So I just have to grab it right here. Zip. And apply it. We switch it to add, the mix mode add, and then we can kind of rotate it a little bit to create a different look. I think that's pretty cool right there. Apply it, and then we go ahead and switch it maybe to 50%. This seems pretty dark, so the fingerprints are very apparent and very, very visible. So reducing it maybe to 50% opacity is probably a good call. I don't want to overtake the image by using this this texture. PSD, perfect. Let's save it. There you go. Load, 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 load. I mean, save, not load. There you go. So it was almost Friday. Only one day left. Hopefully, maybe you have something planned for the weekend. I don't. I mean, I have something planned, but not like going out or whatever. Although on Sundays I usually go out with my friend. Just like we have a pond next to us. We just like walk 2 laps and then go back to go back home just to kind of talk about stuff or whatever. But we don't really like what we did before was geocaching, but we stopped doing that because of the virus. So right now we just do nothing except for walking around the pond. Oh wait, I'm in the wrong folder. I was kind of confused there. There you go. Perfect. Everything's saved. I'm going to save this once more. I'm going to import it into my phone so I can use my phone to upload it to social media. Once that's going, or once I do that, you will see a quick compilation, as always. Always going to be the same. The compilation of the last 2 months, quick sketches of the last 2 months, and also projects of the last 2 months. So hopefully you will enjoy that. It's going to start in just a few seconds. And when I am done importing the image into my phone, which will be in a few seconds. I'm just trying to stall here. There you go. Okay, perfect. This image looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. Okay, let's bring back this. Put the cable back. There you go. It always falls off the table if it's not like in a certain spot. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully you'll enjoy this compilation. I'll see you in 3 minutes, and then we'll start with the topic. So until then, enjoy. There you go. Easy peasy. Let's bring back the music. Perfect. Okay. Everything's uploaded as far as I know. Yep. Perfect. Just checking. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Apparently my recording just keeps going. Let's see how long it's gonna take. I always record my quick sketches because I'm gonna use them as my as my video or my, I guess, quick sketch channel, YouTube channel, just to upload them there, kind of like an archive. If anybody asks me, hey dude, do you still know how you made this whatever, this quick sketch number 15? Then I can say, oh, I have something for you. Look at this, and then yeah, I can just give it to them. I don't know if I started at like this early, like 15 or so, but I definitely started pretty early with it, but I don't really know when. Doesn't really matter, because now let's go back to Blender. Ooh. Okay, so save that. Let's make a new file. General. There you go. I wonder what a sculpting file is. Let's see. Ah, it just jumps straight into sculpting. That's pretty cool. Do we need that? I mean, we don't need it, but I wonder. Quad sphere? What's a okay, that's interesting. Never use that. What I usually would just do is I would just create a new file, general file, which would have like the sphere in the center already, which I would just apply a subdivision modifier to it, and then I have like basically the same, except for at the top we have this weird I don't know, knot or whatever node. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna use what is it? What displacement? I can't remember what it's called, where I can replace the geometry with new geometry. That's what I usually do, so I don't really need to care about this. Okay, so let's talk about the topic number 2. Let's go back to the summary so we know what it is. The technique to boost your Blender skills. Okay, let's start with that. So, let's talk about... Oh, hold on. I have some weird fluctuations. Okay, interesting. Some weird bitrate fluctuations. Looks to be okay now. Hopefully. Seems to be okay now. It just went to 0 for a second, but now it should be good. Okay, so let's talk about the technique to boost your Blender skills. So I kind of, or like what I kind of discovered at some point was that I have a certain way of how I would, I guess, like create my project. I never really had a very specific like need to learn as fast as possible, so I would just do. But I think the way how I just worked in Blender, or how I created my project, kind of was pretty good for improving in Blender, or improving my skills as well. I had in mind that I want to, of course, get better, because I want to do more and better stuff. But I never really thought like, oh no, I want to have this plan, so I'm going to do it like this. And yeah, that's never really something I had in mind. It was more like just like a thought in my mind. But I never really, never really thought about it like a plan. Like, okay, on January the 1st I start, and then on January the 1st and next year I'm gonna be there. That's not really what I had in mind. Maybe that's your goal, and maybe this video, or not this video, this stream, I'm gonna probably make a video out of it later. Maybe this can help you get there, to get your goal, to whatever you want to achieve. Maybe you want to, I don't know, create a short film next year, or maybe even if in a few months. Maybe this technique can help you. It definitely helped me, so that's why I want to share it. Maybe some people are kind of don't really know how they should improve, or maybe they just want to make sure. I'm kind of like somebody like that is similar to that. I want to make sure that I know that I do the right thing, especially when it's like a new program. So I think some people are like, oh dude, I want to get better in Blender, but I don't really know if I'm doing it effectively. I just do whatever and I don't really know. They just want to make sure that, yeah, they're doing a good job, or they improve in a good way. I've kind of developed the way I've improved, or I will improve in the future as well. And I kind of want to share with you how I, first of all, started. Or not started, I don't want to go to my backstory, but I kind of just want to explain how I, how I think the best ways to, or what the best technique is to improve your Blender skills, or overall maybe even your skills in life. And we're going to do that with an example. So I'm going to first tell you like the theoretics behind it, and then I'm going to show you an example on how I would do it. I actually wanted to do that anyway. So now we have a good chance to combine the two things to create a topic out of it, and also kind of like get something out of it for me as well, which sounds kind of weird, but yeah. So let's go through the theory first. Let's go back to Blender. Just I think Blender is a better interface. There you go. So okay, so to begin, kind of like a premise, I would say, or no, let's say the project, or like how you improve. Okay, here's how you improve very fast, very gradually and very quickly in a short amount of time in Blender, maybe even anywhere, whatever you do. Probably it kind of works more in art, but overall, how you can improve very fast in whatever you do. The main premise is you do something in a short amount of time. You give yourself, like, you stress yourself out. That sounds kind of weird, but you set yourself a goal for a project. Okay, I'm going to do a project which will take this long. Set your time goal pretty short, and then according, of course, to what you do. And then, okay, I'm going to make it very, like a small project, very short. And then after the project, I'm going to revisit my project, look at it, and then kind of critique my own work to then set yourself goals for the next piece. What you want to do better, what you see, which mistakes you see in your current art, or what you've just finished, your current project, what you've just finished, what mistakes are in that project, which you can improve in the next one, and then consciously think about those problems so that you can then improve them in the next one. I'm going to give you an example later, but overall, that's the strategy. So I can give you, for maybe like a theoretical example. I think the best way, for example, to improve in Blender, especially in the beginning, also like, yeah, in the beginning, and just overall, if you want to, for example, Blender is so big, there are so many different, I guess, things you can learn. This technique probably works with every single one of those. So what I mean is, for example, if you go into, you know already, like, you know quite a lot about sculpting, for example. That's kind of similar to what I do. I know quite a lot about Blender sculpting, and can sculpt quite like a lot. And now I want to go into, I don't know, shading or geometry nodes. I've never really done geometry nodes because they're just pretty new, but also, some people are experts in them already. So I kind of wanted to, just learn a little bit more about it. Welcome back, Vicente. Hope you enjoyed today. So yeah. So if I want to go into the topic of geometry nodes, what I would do to improve as fast as possible, or just to get to a point where I can kind of create my own project and learn through those as fast as possible, what I would do is I would set myself a goal. Okay, I'm going to give myself like 2 hours to make a project. I'm going to finish the project in 2 hours. I'm not going to go further. I'm not going to say, okay, well, now 2 hours are over, and oh, I see a few problems here and there. I want to improve them, or I want to change them. No, you're going to stop right there, and you're going to look at what you've done. Look at it, and you're going to look at it and critique your own work. That might be a little bit harder for somebody, but I think if you kind of set your mindset to, okay, this will not be the best thing ever, this will maybe not even compared to whatever you see on Instagram, that doesn't matter. You're gonna get there eventually. In this technique, what you will focus on is you want to find the mistakes in your work. sometimes you kind of just look at it and you kind of want to avoid looking at it again because you kind of, maybe you like it, but you don't really, maybe you don't want to show it to anybody because you don't, you're not really sure if it's really good. So you just, yeah, just ignore it or just put it away and make a new project. Nope, you're gonna look at your project. You're gonna look at it, and then you're gonna critique and find mistakes that you've done. The mentality is not mistakes are bad, I don't want to see them. The mistakes should be, okay, where are the mistakes so I can remove them off of my next image. So kind of like dirt on an image. So you grab your toothbrush, you brush your image, and then you remove all the dirt. And yeah, in the next one, you know that this, whatever you've done has created dirt. So this dirt you want to remove, which means you do something else next time, basically. Trying to find the flaws in your current project so that you can then avoid these problems in the next one. That's just basically overall the technique that I think and helped me, or I've done, and I think is probably the best method to improve overall in Blender, and probably also in like quite a lot of other skills, especially in art skills. Yeah, so let's get back to the practical example. You would do especially as a beginner, you would, for example, learn the basics first through a few tutorials. Then once you reach the point of you being able to create a variety of projects just because you know the basics, and you can use these basics to create whatever you want to do. In Blender, that would be like moving an object or scaling and all that stuff, moving the viewport. Once you get there, then you set yourself a goal. Okay, 2 hours. Okay, I'm doing like hand motion, but you probably can't even see them. Doing 2 hours of deliberate work, a project that only takes 2 hours. Once those 2 hours are over, you stop right at that second, or you can probably finish whatever you've done, as long as it's not taking like more than like a minute or so. Once you've stopped, you're gonna maybe, yeah, you should probably take a break for, I don't know, like 50 minutes or so. Usually if you have just worked on a project and you look back at it again right after, you probably won't really see like that many mistakes. But if you take a little break and then come back to it a little bit later, then you'll see more. You kind of remove from the image, you can kind of look at it back with fresh eyes, and then you can look at it back. You can see, and you try to find mistakes either by your own, I guess, like using your own eyes, or maybe comparing it to other pieces that kind of look similar, to kind of see, okay, what did they do, what did I do, what is like the difference, why is theirs better, so you can kind of see what you want to improve in the next one. It doesn't really have to be only like mistakes. Maybe, oh no, I missed, I don't know, putting in a roughness texture or whatever. But overall, what you want to improve next time. This way, you know what you do wrong, so that you can then fix these errors. Usually what I've seen is when you, for example, look at videos that are like, oh, these mistakes artists make that hinder their progress or whatever. Usually they're very, very broad, and what I found, if I watch those, is usually that you maybe find 1 or 2 out of these 10, if even, that really like are what you do, or like are the problems that you do. So that's not really effective. Like watching a 15-minute video on 10 mistakes artists make isn't really like that effective. You could also just make a 15 minutes quick project, then come back to it later and then rewatch it. You would find only problems that relate to you and your work. So which means the quality of feedback that you can give yourself, and the quality of knowledge that you've gained through this feedback is way bigger than just watching a video that kind of covers everyone, or tries to cover everyone. So yeah, that would be the technique. I have an example. I have something planned for today to kind of, I guess, exemplify how I would do it. We're gonna go into that in just a second. We have kind of to set the I guess, kind of to say what we're gonna do. I have I've just finished a long-term project. I would also call it a what is it? Not bandwidth. Dude, sometimes my the names just escape me. Basically, last year I've basically tried to create a project that pushes my skills to the limit, where I included maybe skills that I haven't really trained that much, then also included stuff that I have done for quite a while, just to kind of see how far I can push like an image. I've done that last year in January. I think I finished the image, and now I've just finished my second one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the one from a year ago, and we're gonna look at the one from a few days ago, actually, or a week ago. Compare them so that we can then go into the mistakes or problems, compare the two, so we can not only see what we improved on, but also, yeah, benchmark project. Yeah, the benchmark project. To kind of see what I've improved on, maybe we can push these improvements even further, and then also look at the image itself to kind of see what I just want to do better next time. That's what we're gonna do today. So let's open up maybe I can actually open both, can I? But I can't record both, so I would have to. We could probably just look at images. But I also want to, I would also want to look at my blend file. Let's see if I can open both. So I'm gonna open one first, then we're gonna open the other one after. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna go ahead and use the render. Or we're gonna look at them like one after another. But kind of, if you want to compare them, we would probably have to look at them side by side. Oh, wrong folder. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. Because I think if OBS catches one Blender window, it's not gonna select the other one as well. Is it? Yeah, the latency is pretty big, because I had in the beginning I started a render I had a quick sketch with 10 million vertices today, and I think there was a huge lag spike, which kind of probably bumped up the latency as well. Yeah, maybe it'll get lower the longer it goes, hopefully. Okay. So that's the first project. We have this model right here. 42 seconds, hell yeah. So that's a model that I've done for the MSI Creator Award, which is a competition with the theme Aesthetics Meet Technology. And what we're gonna do today, we're gonna look at it first. We're gonna probably, oh no, okay, hold on, you can't even see it. Okay, well that probably doesn't work. Okay, we could maybe, I guess what we could do is we could revisit both of them, or we could we can look at both of them just as a model. Maybe kind of already look at the model and kind of do some critiquing, and then afterwards we're gonna go ahead and compare the two, probably only using the render, which is of course kind of limiting us, but I think that's okay for just the demonstration. So this is the first one, or the one that I've done just recently finished. We're gonna look at the other one in just a second. What I definitely see is that I've definitely gotten better at faces overall. I know the structure better. The originals, I think I came pretty close to the original sculpt, or the original statue. What I definitely want to improve on is the cloth modeling. So cloth sculpting. What I've done here is basically just copied what I've seen in the sculpt itself. I've done sometimes you see these weird folds that don't really make any sense. Here it's pretty rough, but overall like folds are there because there's like overlapping structure. But sometimes I think I loop the fold, which doesn't really make any sense. So I kind of want to definitely learn more about cloth sculpting. Maybe we're even gonna do a project at some time where we just like look at cloth and just try to, I guess, copy it, or like you have reference so we can copy, or like, yeah, sculpt just like a cloth, some sort of like cloth, just to get better at it. Because right now I was just kind of like, yeah, copying it. That was probably like, that definitely made it easier. But if I would have had to sculpt this without any reference, that's definitely something I have never really practiced. So that's one thing that I want to do better. Maybe even do a project for that. And then also the foot. I've never really sculpted a foot before. I think I've sculpted one foot before, but never really like, I never really practice it really. What I've always done, or at least a foot, I've already sculpted a foot, but never really the toes. So the toes are something new that I've sculpted for this one. Usually I just make like a sock-like shape, so I don't have to sculpt them. But what I want to do definitely in the future is kind of get more into the overall body structure, learn the muscles, how they work, where they're attached to, where they're placed, and how they work, what they do, so I can internalize that structure and just make it easier on myself on how these volumes on the body work together. So for example, for the face, I've done that already. Stuff like, okay, if I have this, you have the cheekbone, of course, and then you have a muscle attached, or like, yeah, on the cheekbone, which then is attached to the corner of the mouth. So if this muscle then flexes, basically shrinks, it's going to pull back your the corner of your mouth, which will also push up the fat that is over here on your cheek, which creates this nice I guess cheek whatever bulge. So that's something that I've learned just by doing it more and more and more. So what I definitely want to do is I want to improve my body sculpt. Just want to get better at overall the body musculature and overall structure, especially in the arm, because there are some muscles that I don't really know where they go or what they really do. So that's definitely one thing that I want to, I guess, practice more in the future. In terms of improvements, yeah, you could probably say like the body is probably not perfectly anatomically correct. That's one thing that I want to improve at some point. Then, one very big thing that I was probably struggling the most with in this project, or probably in almost all projects so far, are hands. I've learned since I modeled these hands a little bit more about like how hands are structured, but I definitely need to do more practice, more work in overall just sculpting hands. These ones look okay, but I don't know, they look weird. I don't feel comfortable saying that these look good. So I definitely want to do more work I want to, just create more work with hands in them, just to get better at them and learn more about the structure. Maybe even like the size and their proportions and all that stuff. So that's one thing that I want to improve. And then the next one that really maybe I think it came out pretty well, but overall what I've never really done is hard surface modeling. So not sculpting, but modeling actually. What I've done here is I've sculpted the hand first, then I created some lines. Basically the gaps that you can see here were lines with a mask before, and then I basically created like these gaps using the sculpt tools, which I then used to retopologize, or then I retopologized the sculpted mechanical hand, so I can put stuff inside of this hand. But I've never really done hard surface modeling. That's definitely something I want to do more in the future, especially like, I don't know, modeling a bike or modeling a car. I've never modeled a car before, so that's one project that one skill that I definitely want to develop more in the future, especially when it comes to like even characters. If characters have like a weapon or whatever, I can at least do that myself. I don't have to, I don't know, download a model. I can just do it myself. Yeah, that's one thing I want to get better at. And yeah, I think that's basically all for the modeling part. Let's go to the shading. What I definitely want to kind of maybe get more proficient at, meaning I just want to see what I'm working with, and then I want to apply a certain strategy or a certain technique to it, is the lighting. So the lighting, we had multiple lighting, I guess. Oh, we can see it right there. We have different, oh, can you see it? No, you can't. Hold on. Can I just remove my camera there? Oh, there you go. We have multiple lighting scenes that I've created. I've created 2 before I really wanted to get into it, and then I've created 1 more to, I guess, create the finished lighting for this piece. The problem is, with the first 2, the lighting looked pretty, I mean, I didn't spend that much time on it, but I definitely felt kind of off. It's always like, you know, when you go into a new project, or you go into a new topic, when it, like, whether it is like node modeling, geometry node or whatever, you always have this weird this feeling like, oh, can I actually do this? How does it even work? I guess I'll just try. And you just stumble through it. What I want to get to is more like a certain way of, or at least like a knowing of how to do it. I have that with sculpting like faces or whatever, sculpting characters in general, but I don't really have that for lighting just yet. Or like lighting, not only like, especially in environment lighting, I'm really struggling, but overall lighting, setting a good focus, kind of creating good, maybe like accentuating the forms and all that stuff, creating good reflections is all stuff that I want to definitely improve on, just get better at. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that I want to improve when it comes to lighting, or everything, like anything else other than modeling. Also maybe I think the materials look pretty good. I never really was an expert in, I guess, node based stuff or procedural stuff. I think the materials look pretty good. I like the marble shader. I think the marble shader looks really good. What I definitely want to do better next time when it comes to these hard surface pieces is the UVs. You can see right here, if we switch to the UV editor and go to, what is it? Oh, we have to go in here. And then maybe, I don't know, render result. No, maybe, hold on, this one. There you go. You can see, just to create this, like the flow for the shoulder, for these lines, what I had to do is I had to like hugely stretch out these UVs so that these lines kind of converge into the smaller point at the bottom. There's definitely a way to do it better with like better topology, so I don't have to do this huge stretching and you have these very, very small faces over here. Yeah, I just had to do it. Basically, I could have changed it, but I had to do it like this just because I didn't have that much time anymore, and I kind of wanted to like finish texturing all these pieces. So what I've done, I've basically like inflated some of these UVs like a lot just to get this flow going. What I would have done next time is I would have kind of thought about maybe the texture that I want to apply to it previously, so that I can then create the UV or the geometry according to that plan, which is just, yeah, overall, first of all, more effective, and also just creates a better end result. So that's one thing that I want to improve. What I like about this piece is the custom bump map that I created. I think that looks really cool. We looked into, or we kind of experimented around with how you can create your own bump map out of a 3D object. So we had our Roberto like human character rig, that I've used and kind of posed in like millions of different poses to create this marble freeze that I now have applied as a bump map. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that I liked and that came out really good. Looked really cool. Yeah, I think overall in terms of shading, I think I like this piece quite a lot. I've used a few procedural textures as well. I like how I combined multiple image, or like I used one image, or I combined procedural and image materials or like textures to create the marble look. You can see right there we have these scratches that actually have like this white there. We have just overall value changes for the marble. We have bumps, we have these scratches and all that stuff. I think the marble shader especially looks very good. And yeah, shading overall I think I like quite a lot. So that's one thing that I maybe just want to, maybe when it comes to specific shaders I have to kind of watch out more, but overall I like the shading, especially in these leaves as well. You can see this nice leaf shader on the laurel wreath or laurel leaves. No, takes a while to load. There it is. You have this nice structure on there. I think that looks really cool. Of course, that's a like a natural leaf like texture that I've applied to it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. So overall in shading, I think I'm quite happy. I think I'm quite, I guess, proficient in creating a good material, a realistic material. Maybe when it comes to specific materials, it's kind of just more about practicing different materials or how they look. Of course, a marble texture is way different than, I don't know, a wood texture. So there are probably different maybe techniques that you have to use to get to a nice, good-looking texture or material. So yeah, I think that's a good first, I guess, feedback session for this piece. Let's go to the one that I've done before to kind of compare and not only see what I wanted to improve on in the one a year ago, but also what I actually have improved on in this one. So comparing this one to the one before to see what I've gotten better at, and also yeah, to see maybe what I've kind of missed on improving, what I still want to improve but haven't really done yet. So let's open the other one, which was actually, yeah, exactly like a year ago and 5 months. So almost 1.5 years ago, which will be, when was it, 2019? No, 2020. Yeah, there it is. Could be quite laggy for a second. Hold on, which one is it even? I don't even know. This one? Probably this one. It's also pretty big, so it freezes when you open it. Oh, I have to close the other one, but until the other one's open, then I'm just gonna leave it open. The previous file we looked at. Yeah, ever since I had this huge lag spike, I think my, I don't know, encoder is kind of behind. But I don't know. Okay, so that's the, oh, you can't see it, hold on. Of course the Blender, I guess, layout is a little bit different, and maybe I can fix it in a second. So I'm gonna close this. Don't save. There you go. So now we have the other one. You can see right there. Hold on, let me bring in a small little window over here. Wait. Join. There you go. There you go. Okay. Join and join. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, we can also look at the overall like final render. What I've done, probably improved on as well, is post-production of my render. I've done it for this one as well, but not as much as I could have probably done. So this one is the previous benchmark project, the one from a year ago. This one is actually based off of a a fan art, a 2D fan art that I just wanted to recreate in 3D, just because I like recreating 2D projects in 3D, so I wanted to do it for this one as well. We can see all these weird boxes around her. That's basically volumetric shaders applied to these boxes, so we have these clouds around her. So let's just remove everything that is not part of the model itself. What do we have here? We have light. We don't need light. We also have hair. Oh, environment. There you go. We have the flame in her hand, which is in... Where is it? This one? No, this one. Magic. Ah, there you go. We have some more lights. Do we have some more light in here? Where does it... Where's... Oh, there it is. There you go. Do we need this? Oh, hello. Hide this and... Oh, I can't... Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, so that's the previous benchmark project. We can see some... what I've used for her quite a lot are hair cards, or rather, I guess, texture cards. So for her hair, that's probably the first time I really used hair cards for hair. Previously, I've just used stuff like particle hair for hair. But for this one, I wanted to use hair cards because I think particle hair has certain limitations that kind of make it annoying to work with. So I wanted to see if maybe hair cards are better to use for these kinds of pieces with very, very, I guess, deliberate hair placement. So I used hair cards. I like the end result. Maybe we can see it in the render view. Let's see. Takes quite a while to render. Let's see if the hair card... Oh, okay. There's no light, of course, so we can't really see it. But if I bring back the light for the face, okay, we can see it slightly. I think that's okay. We can see the hair now. So this actually looks like a cool shot. Yeah, we can see the hair. I think the hair looks pretty realistic. Of course, it is like one thing that I definitely wanted to improve for the next piece. What I still remember is how long it took me to create the hair. Not really the hair cards themselves, but rather placing all these hair cards. I think overall I have like hundreds and hundreds of hair cards that I've just placed. Oh, hold on. How many are there? Is there hair somewhere? Oh, there it is. 99 plus. Okay. So I placed all these hair cards, of course, by myself using curves. One thing that I definitely wanted to improve on even back then was to create better hair cards overall. What I've done for this one is the hair cards themselves, like each individual hair card is very, very thin. The density, they don't really cover that much space. So which means that if you look at a hair card, you can see through it very easily. Which means that if I wanted to, for example, cover her whole head, I would have to create multiple layers of just hair cards to get the look that I need to, just to cover her head. Which you can just avoid by creating like very, very thick, big hair cards in the beginning, and then making smaller and less dense hair cards in the end to kind of give it more detail and more structure overall. That's not really something I've done for this one. I think for this one, all the hair cards kind of have the same density, which was definitely too little. So that's definitely one thing that I wanted to improve. I actually worked on another project with hair cards just recently. That definitely was a little bit easier and definitely was faster than this one. So let's say, I guess, job well done. Also, what I've improved already that I know is the hair structure. Meaning, right now, as far as I can see, the hairs don't have any bumps. So you cannot see, like, the hair is basically flat. You don't see hair going over another hair, or you don't see that the hair is actually round. Of course, hair strands, or like just one single hair is like a round, like, tube basically, as far as I know. So you don't see that structure in here. What you can do is you can render another version of these hair cards where you include only the normals, which you can then bring into this shader and use it as a bump map, which just makes this look even better. I haven't done that for this piece, so yeah, we have a pretty flat looking, I guess, hair. Overall, especially with this lighting, I like the hair. It looks really good, but it definitely took too long. It was very ineffective in the way that I did it, and I would definitely want to what I definitely want to do is improve my, I guess, real-time hair modeling like process. Just want to get more effective or like better at it. And yeah, just improve it a little bit. I think the first I don't know if that was the first attempt, but this one definitely looks pretty good. Probably just because I spent so much time on it. The biggest flaw in my, I guess, in this piece for the hair would just be the speed in what I was working. What I like in this piece is actually the texture that I've used, the makeup on her face. You can see I've created a custom texture, but only for her face. She is actually, so the only thing that I retopologize in her body or from her whole body is her face. Everything else is just a sculpt that I created, which is of course bad if I want to create custom texture for the body as well. It still works probably, but it's kind of like a finicky. So or you can have to, I guess, cut some corners. If I would have retopologized the whole body, I would have first of all had a better retopologized body, of course, like a fully retopologized model, which I could have used. And I can also learn more about retopology. I've done a few retopologized bodies now since I was working like in the year since then. So I get a little bit better at it, but there's definitely stuff that I still want to improve on when it comes to retopologizing a body, especially when it comes to retopologizing the hand. The hand is kind of weird to me, so that's definitely one thing that I still want to get better at. The texture itself, I think, looks pretty cool. What I definitely see in her face is that her face looks very flat. There's like in the micro detail, stuff like pores, I think aren't really a thing. It takes quite a while to render. It's very, very, very noisy. Can't wait until Cycles X gets here. Please. So her face is very flat. You can't really see it right now because the noise is so high. But when it's kind of less grainy, what you can right now see, for example, is the bump. There are no, like, the lips are very like flat. They're very shiny. They have no bumps in them. Usually lips might be shiny, but they also have these small little like folds that are very close together, just because the mouth has to stretch out so much and then go close together. So we have these wrinkles, these very, very small wrinkles that are non-existent in this piece. That's one thing that I want to improve, and I think that I definitely have improved in the next few pieces. I started using more custom bump maps as well. I think I have never done that for anything before that. Meaning basically, oh no, I think I have. Meaning basically creating a bump map out of just like a self-painted texture, which would definitely help for the lips as well. But I haven't done that. So that's definitely one thing that I've improved on, which I'm glad about, because I think that really adds more to the character when you want to make it like realistic. Maybe that wasn't really the goal for me there, but I think it was. Yeah. The texture overall I like. Looks really good in my opinion. The eyes look very, especially the iris looks very painted. It was painted, of course, but overall the structure looks too flat, I think. So that's definitely one thing that I want to improve on. I have a model that I now use for every, I guess, character. Every character I just use like the same eye model. So that's probably like one thing that I don't really have to practice, but would probably be a good thing to practice. Maybe at some point we'll do another, I guess, iris texture, maybe. That's the face. Let's go to the rest of the body. I don't want to be in this view any longer. This is just too laggy. Okay, so what I like is the armor. The armor I put quite a lot of time in. I definitely like cloth sculpting for this this like groin piece, I guess, or like this groin cloth piece. I like it a lot. I think that's also the first time that I've tried using... Wait, did I? Yeah, I think I tried using cloth simulation for this. It worked quite well. No, I didn't. I used subdivision modeling. I've never used cloth sculpting for cloth, or like for I guess clothing before. That's definitely one thing I learned more about. Also, if we maybe... Oh, we can actually just separate this. If we go into material preview, now we can see more detail on these pieces. What I definitely know is that I rushed the process, the shading process for these armor pieces. I wanted to get it done at some point. I was kind of, I don't know, annoyed of still working on this piece. So these armor pieces kind of look like chocolate, or this one at least, with these scratches on there, and then this very, very flat ground. What I like to do now is just to create a general displacement, or like kind of general bumps on the surface of any objects. I just create like a very, very subtle, very, very subtle bump map that I can just apply to the object that makes it look less like chocolate, with just a few scratches on it, but more like like a real life texture. I mean, real life object. No real object really is fully flat, fully smooth, so that like this look wouldn't exist. Also, of course, if I really want to push this, if I would have wanted to push this, I would have retopologized this as well. But I just used the scope that I've made to model this, which of course means the textures have to be procedural, which I've definitely improved on in the new project, in the scope that or the benchmark project, the other one. I've learned how to use image textures like how to use image textures as procedural textures to create better reflections, better bumps, and overall just a better texture. That's definitely one thing I have improved on. That's probably also one thing that I can still improve on. Nodes are still kind of like a mystery, or like procedural textures are kind of like a mystery to me. Not in the sense that I can't do anything with them, but if I want to go deeper into them, I would have to learn more about them to kind of get more proficient at them. Yeah, but the armor itself, I think overall, what I definitely improved on in the whole piece is shading. We can see these crystals as well. I want to look at them real quick. Nope, not rendered. Material. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, the crystals look kind of weird, but that was just the best I guess I could do back then. Yeah, shading is definitely, I guess, my biggest weakness, or was my biggest weakness back then. It probably still is. That's one thing I still want to improve. Let's look at the crown. Actually looks pretty good in my opinion. Let's look at the crown. Can I just select everything and then we can separate it? Ah, perfect. So the crown actually I like. The crown looks pretty good. I like the procedural shader that I put on these icicles, especially because we have this nice transition from dark orange, or from not orange, dark blue to this nice white, kind of like the transition from a very, very like a what is it, a glacier, where it's like white at the top because there's some snow, and then you have this very dark, or very, I guess, glass-like bluish ice at the bottom. That's what I like about this. So this I like this one. It looks pretty cool. Overall, I think the metal, it's supposed to be like, I guess, frozen metal or whatever. It definitely probably could have done, like, it definitely, there's definitely some stuff we could have, or I could have done better to make this look more realistic, more like metal. This kind of has some sort of like, it kind of looks like fantasy, like with these very like shape. Yeah, just overall comic like with this very comic like texture. This is definitely one of those areas that I definitely struggled in shading overall back then. that I've gotten better at, but still, yeah, as I said before, can probably get better at. So that's the crown. Anything else? Overall, like as I said before, I've definitely gotten better at modeling or sculpting the whole body. As you can see right here, I kind of avoided retopologizing the lower body. I've only retopologized the head. So retopologizing the body, I definitely learned, but still I want to improve in yeah, modeling or sculpting the body still. Other than that, yeah, oh yeah, the lighting is definitely, so the lighting of course was kind of restricted to, I guess, the source that I had, the source image, which of course I wanted to adapt as much as possible, the lighting, so I kind of just had to find a good way how to do it. I couldn't really create my own lighting, so I can't really critique the lighting that much. I definitely know that it looks pretty shallow, but maybe I could have done stuff differently to make it look, I guess, less shallow, but I don't know. Overall, I definitely like this image still, but there's definitely stuff, especially when it comes to more detailed stuff like shading, that I definitely wanted to improve on back then and still want to improve on, that I definitely have gotten better at, or that there's still stuff that I can improve on. Let's go to the render and look at those to kind of, yeah, just compare the two. So let's go to, oh, there you go. Oh, hold on, let me open the render images. Okay. So we have the, oh, hello. We have the render, like different render pieces, I guess. We have some work in progress pieces here as well, like the head, for example. We have, oh yeah, the head, like, I think I could have probably spent more time in overall, like, fine-tuning these values. Like the roughness, for example, looks very, very weird. I know I changed it, but still, I could have probably done better. Here's the final render for the piece. Overall, I like the environment. These clouds look really cool. They lack kind of like maybe detail or definition. They look very blurry, but overall I like the clouds. What I would definitely want to improve on, as I said before, is like the shading. The shading looks, overall the image looks very flat. That's probably because of lighting. I could have maybe gotten better lighting by just, yeah, I don't know. Like this lighting definitely looks very flat. Same with the materials themselves. They, especially down here on the belt, have this plastic feeling to them. They look very, very like plastic, very, very smooth. If this would be real, I guess, whatever, like a dragon's tail or a dragon's horn, it wouldn't be this smooth. It would definitely have some scratches and some irregularities, some damage that isn't really in here. It's just pure smooth. Maybe that's also because of my denoiser that smoothed these out, but overall they look very, very, yeah, like plastic basically, or like chocolate. The same with this one. The material just looks weird. The crystal material. I kind of wanted to, I think, adapt the one from the image. I don't know if I can find it right now. Let's look at it here. One more thing that I definitely wanted to do better next time, or what I've definitely improved on and actually just learned recently, is post-production in Blender. So once you've done your render in Blender, that sounds weird, you can do post-production in there as well, which actually has some features that you can't really replicate in Photoshop. So stuff like the glow, or like increasing the intensity or increasing the realism of light sources in your scene. Stuff like this glow down here, this is actually supposed to like actually glow. You can see a little bit of like light bouncing to these pieces, but they're very, very dim. If I would have increased the light intensity, they wouldn't have been so blue. The more intense a light is, the wider it gets. So it was kind of like a compromise between keeping it very blue and trying to make it strong in terms of light intensity. What would have helped to make these lights definitely more apparent and more like stronger, not just appear as if they just are blue and they don't get affected by any light, is the glare node in Blender. The glare node basically grabs the brightest parts of your image and then creates a small little like glare or like glow around them to just increase their intensity or the look, visual intensity of these pieces. So this one would, for example, get like a small glow around them. We can actually try if that works. So if we make a new blend file, or we can just also use this one. What we could do is we could go in here and go to the post-processing tab. You can see there's nothing in here, not even a denoiser. So that if we now import the file, can we just put it in here? Hold on. Oh, this is actually, oh, so this one's the post-producted, in Photoshop post-producted version. It definitely has some more contrast in it, but it's still, I guess, you can still do more with it. So what I wanted to try is if the glare node still works with this piece. What I now do is I don't render it as a PNG, I render it as an EXR, because you keep more detail in the image, more information will be kept in an EXR, which I can then save as a PNG, which results in a more detailed PNG overall. That's something I learned as well. What I want to look at here is the glare node. Hold on. Filter glare. There you go. So if I plug that image into the image and then the image into there, we have to open the render result. Probably the render result. No, that's the this one. Is it this one? No. Wait, if I remove the glare node, does it work? I don't know. Oh, we have the wrong one. We have to switch it to fog glow. There you go. We set the threshold to 0.1, so it's very apparent if it works. Maybe 0.01. So we have to find, oh, we have to create a viewer node so we can see it. Output viewer. Plug that in there. Okay, now we have to find it. There should be a, oh, there it is. Okay, we can't see anything. Why? Why do you keep this image from us? Please. Oh, there it is. So that's the raw image. If I now plug in the glare node, hopefully it works. There it is. So that's what the glare node does. It first of all creates like a, of course, yeah, just like a glow around everything. So what that does is if I decrease it now, maybe to 0.1. Okay, that's still too strong, especially here. I think she's actually like, her face is actually like the strongest part, or the brightest part of the image. These ones are here as well. But if I now mute this, we can see what happens. You can see it creates a small glow around these very, very bright areas, which just adds more realism to the scene. Down here as well, on these pieces, if I mute this, you can see they just get stronger and they just look better, in my opinion at least. So that's one thing that I definitely could have added to make this piece look better. Look at that, it just looks way better. Yeah, these small pieces, or these small, I guess, post-processing quirks that you can add in Blender that I definitely haven't done there in this piece, but I now learned how to use them, so I definitely now know how it works. So I know that I've improved on that. One more thing that we could add is the, what is it called again? Lens distortion. That's one thing we could have added as well. I could have added, but yeah. Let's compare the two pieces as just the pure render to kind of maybe see the difference in those. With with post-production and everything enabled. Yeah, now look at that. Look at that without and with both nodes. Without, very, very flat, very, very boring. And then with it, da-da-da, looks way better. Okay, so let's go to the comparison between the two. So we have the render here from like that's the first render. Let's open the final version right here. Let's go back to the other project and open the other one, which will be in here. Nope, not in there. I started it 2 months ago. There you go. Oh, okay. So let's choose this one. Both the same format, perfect. There you go. So those are the two comparisons. What I definitely noticed right from the get-go is the textures. I talked about it before, but I definitely improved in the texturing. You can see here there's way more detail, not only because I've used a sharpening filter on this piece in Photoshop, but also like just the structure on this gold, the structure on this, what is it, marble, the structure in the leaves, in this cloth piece. Overall, just the structure just has more detail than these pieces. You can see these pieces, as I said before, look very plastic-like, and yeah, just look more like toys rather than a real material that could looks very realistic. Then also we have this glow around the arms that I actually added afterwards in Photoshop. But yeah, in here we have no glow at all, which just kind of makes the image overall just look flatter and less spectacular. Which is definitely one thing that I've improved on. I also have created these bumps map, these custom bumps map. I actually have created bump map for the chest piece. You can't really see it here. Oh, we can see it here. We see like the small little structure of scales on this chest piece, but that's the only one I've done. And also I think the shoulder pads, but I don't really know. So texturing overall is definitely one thing that I have improved on. Not only in creating custom textures, but also creating procedural materials. The modeling, the face has definitely improved. This face has way more structure and looks way more realistic than this one. Of course, this is a sculpt, so the sculpt looks a little bit stylized to what the original looks like. But we could probably also say, I guess the likeness of the piece is more according to the original. This one looks way more than the original than this piece. So that's definitely one skill that I've improved on it. There's something like still my likeness sculpting isn't like perfect, so I still want to improve it, but it's definitely gotten better over a year and a half. These hands actually look, in my opinion, look better than the ones that I have in this piece. So that's the one thing that I haven't improved on apparently. I still struggle in sculpting hands. So maybe I don't know, I might have to do like a few more quick projects with hands just to get better at sculpting hands. I don't know. That's definitely one thing that I still want to improve. These ones, in my opinion, look better than these ones. Everything else looks pretty fine to me. Yeah, those are probably the biggest piece of feedback I would give myself. I've improved on texturing and modeling the most. What I still want to improve on is, I guess, hard surface modeling, hands, sculpting hands, learning hands better, retopologizing the full body. I still want to get better at, and yeah, I think those are the biggest takeaways that I can, I guess, take away from these pieces. Oh, and lighting. Lighting looks pretty good in here, but I still want to get better at it. I would just want to get more comfortable at it. The lighting in here looks pretty good in my opinion, but it came with a certain uncertainness in the beginning. So that's definitely one thing that I still want to improve on. Yeah, so now that I know that, if I do my next benchmark project, or maybe even the next project overall that kind of includes some of these pieces, I can go ahead and try to make those, or try to get better at those things. Stuff like lighting I can probably do in every project. When it comes to texturing, maybe I can do small, I guess very detailed textures. It doesn't have to be like a benchmark project where I have to improve on it. It can also be like very, very small pieces that just have one of these aspects that I wanted to improve on in them, which I can then, I guess, train there to get better at it. Usually if you want to get better at something, you have to do it over and over and over again. So I'm doing smaller projects to get better at it, and then looking at your new benchmark high, I guess, your highest level of expertise for a certain topic. Then you can see if you've gotten better throughout these smaller projects. And then, yeah, that's probably the biggest takeaway. So now that I know all these mistakes or all these facts or pieces that I want to get better at, I can now go into the next project and apply those. Or maybe even just create deliberate practice, like practicing hard surface modeling, maybe modeling a car, modeling whatever, something hard surface, like not with sculpting beforehand and then modeling or retopologizing the sculpt so that it looks like it's like hard surface modeled, but rather like fully hard surface modeling a piece. That's definitely one thing that I want to do at some point. Yeah, and this way I know that what I want to do better next time, and now I have it in mind. I can consciously think about it while I do it and try to make it better. If it doesn't work out, then I at least know that I still have to work on it and practice more. So that's the way how I guess improve my modeling or overall my skills in Blender. Hopefully this example was actually helpful to you. We could probably look at something else as well. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to improve my environment modeling. I've never really done environment modeling before. Especially in the beginning, or just recently, I actually just started environment modeling. I wanted to get better at it. So in the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing. It felt like lighting, basically. Like, oh, what do I even do? How do I make this how do I make this look good? I didn't really know how I would approach it. So we can see that in these quick sketches. I started somewhere pretty recently with my only environment modeling. So these quick sketches, I tried to maybe improve on like small things that I kind of basically just improve in these quick sketches. Like, for example, here, I think that was the first. No, that wasn't the first. There's one earlier. There it is. So that was the first environment model, or the first environment quick sketch that I've done. If we look at it, we can see it looks pretty weird. I see what I was trying to do, but it doesn't look like what I was trying to do. Stuff like the sense of scale kind of is missing. It kind of looks like a toy. Yeah, just because the sense of scale isn't really there. The textures look kind of weird. The perspective looks kind of weird. The lighting is also kind of weird. So overall, the image looks kind of, first of all, flat, and also there's kind of this lack of focus. So if can I make this smaller? No, I can't. No, hold on. Oh, I can make it smaller like this. If we would make this very, very small, that's what I usually do to see if I created a good image. Usually what you can do is you can make your image very, very small, so you can see if you can still see the main part of the image, or like the essence of the image in the image if it's very, very small. What I would do is I would probably put this in Photoshop. We can actually do this. But with this one, for example, if I now go ahead and change the scale to 5%, can I still see the focus of the image? Makes this image sense in this short, in this small scale? In this one, I think that's pretty good. We can see this something in the center glowing. We can maybe even see a dude standing in the front, and then we can see some light in the back and just a structure around him. So this one, I think this one's pretty good. if we compare it to the other one, this one. So this one's the most recent piece that we've done today. This one is a lot longer time ago. This one's number 84. So that is almost 40 pieces ago. So this one, first of all, looks very flat. Oh, we have the wrong version. This one's the right one. So this one's the post-production version. We can definitely see a huge difference between the two. This one, if we set it to 5% strength or 5% scale, we can kind of maybe see the sword in the front, but then it gets very, very weird in the background. There's no structure really. There's no focus in the image. You can see the sun might be the focus, but why would the sun be the focus? It's just supposed to be like the sky piece. There's no real reason for this to be the focus. It's just there to, I guess, set the lighting. So there isn't really like a good set of there's a lack of focus, and the perspective also is kind of weird. So now that I know that I'm bad at environment modeling, I try to improve on it more and more and more. I've done a few more. Of course, I've done quick sketches now. Since then, only about environment. So if we pick up one of the other ones, okay, well, I've done a few that aren't environments. But this one, for example, was also pretty bad in my opinion. Here, I think the focus is a little bit better, but still, what is that thing in the center? Like that was supposed to be the main focus of the image, not really the dudes on the left. The environment itself is a little bit better in my opinion. We have some more structure going on, but what is that? That is supposed to be like a skull lying there and being illuminated by this light going through the crack in the ceiling, but that's not really, there's no real focus on it. You can just see like glowing behind this, and it just looks weird. So this is definitely still like an older image, and it's definitely one of my, I guess, worst environment modeling and model pieces. So then if we go to more recent pieces, the first, like the one that I showed you or that we've done today, or maybe even another one, which would be this one. This one I like a lot. This one was from yesterday. You can see right here. This one is first of all, it creates the focus is just set better. So if we set it to 5%, we can see first of all him in the foreground. We can see a light, and then we can see some sort of focus right there in the background. Lighting an environment is actually pretty hard, because at least I wanted to make everything intuitive. So if there's light coming from behind the ship, why is there a light? Of course, it kind of could make sense because the light could just be like, I don't know, pirates being behind the ship that kind of set up their camp there, or the light coming from up top doesn't really make sense, but it accentuates the ship like very, very good. So I think you can excuse, I guess, unrealistic lighting for good compositing. What I've also done to improve in these pieces is I've looked up tutorials. I've watched 2 lessons, basically environment modeling lessons about environment modeling, or environment. First of all, I've watched one for environment compositing and then one for environment lighting, which definitely hugely increased my capacity or skills in modeling environments. You can see the change is quite apparent after I've watched it. I don't really know when I did that, but what I've learned is that you are supposed to put your camera roughly on head level of a human head level, so that you can create a very, very good sense of scale. If the ship would be closer to me, you would see the ship being very like towering above the camera, which just creates this sense of scale of this, oh dude, this ship is huge. So putting the camera on head height definitely helps to create a good environment. Also the lighting, if you want to set something, if you want to create a focus on a certain object, what you would do is you would create a light behind the object so that it creates like a halo effect, to remove, or not remove, but to highlight the image in front of the light, basically. So that's what I've done for this ship, for example. Yeah, and this way I've kind of just improved my my modeling. This one is the one from before that. Sometimes they kind of lack detail just because, of course, I have 30 minutes to do it. What I definitely want to get better at is these clouds. The clouds look just weird, or fog overall looks weird. That's one aspect that I still want to get better at. But yeah, that's my technique on how to improve your skills, in my opinion, as fast as possible. First of all, these quick sketches are probably the best example. Set yourself a goal for these quick sketches that would be 30 minutes. Okay, in 30 minutes I'm gonna finish a image. Once that is done, I'm gonna look back at it after I've spent some time away from the image. I'm gonna look back at it and analyze what I want to do better, or what I want to improve better in the next image that I have done poorly in this one. So this way you can analyze or find the mistakes that you do that not just everybody does. And you can get better very, very quickly. And then, of course, the sources of getting better, not only giving yourself feedback, but also maybe looking at tutorials, because maybe you don't really know how you would do certain stuff. Looking at tutorials can help you or save you some time when it comes to learning new skills, like environment modeling, for example. Yeah, this way you can get better very, very quickly. Hopefully this helped you. And yeah, that's how I definitely have gotten better over 2 years now. Also, one thing that I probably always have done, maybe unconsciously, was that with every project I tried to push myself a little bit further. So with every project I had a certain aspect of that image that I wanted to push. Meaning, for example, for the benchmark project, one thing that I consciously wanted to improve, or wanted to at least try, was hair cards, using hair cards for the hair. I've never done hair cards before, as far as I know, or maybe once or twice. No, I think once at least, or at most. I wanted to push my hair game. So I've tried using hair cards, which I've never really done before. So every time I want to do a project, I set myself a certain skill, or I consciously try to implement a certain thing into a certain learning into my project. So okay, well, this image, the next image, I don't know. Okay, the next image is supposed to be like a dude. Okay, what about we give this dude like long hair? What would that look like? Or okay, the dude will have like, I don't know, a sickness. What would that look like? Just giving yourself like a challenge for every project that pushes your skills even further, so that you don't, I guess, waste a project. That every project has value in terms of you learning something new. That is probably, in my opinion, the best way to learn. So hopefully you can get something out of this. Okay. So now that we have the second topic done, we have a little bit more time to go into the animation. Of course, as I said before, if we have more time, we can go back to Roberto's animation. So let's do that. Oh, we still have this one open. Hold on. Let's open. Where is it? Wait, it's not even in the list. Is it so far down? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Open. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the animation. Gonna work on this some more, because it's our long-term project. We are allowed to do that. Okay. Yeah, we've left off with the lighting. So that's what we're gonna continue doing. I think I'm gonna switch to standing. So I'm gonna mute myself for a second, then we're gonna continue. Okay, let's go. Oh, hold on. There you go. Okay, so we've done the basic, or like the beginning to yesterday, meaning blocking the scene, blocking out the scene, and also setting a pacing for the animation, so we can kind of have a feeling, or like, so we can, yeah, basically create the framework to now go into more detail. So yesterday we started the lighting. We can see right here, we go into rendered view. We have some lighting here, which looks pretty good already. I think I'm quite happy with this. It's not supposed to look very, or be very, very bright, but I think that's succeeded. You see, it's actually pretty bright, but I think with some, yeah, we could probably fine tune this some more, but I just wanted to set some general lighting first, I guess blocking out the lighting as well. So that's pretty good. We can see Roberto running around and then running to the door. The door is illuminated the most. That is exactly what I wanted. Then he runs into the next room. So now we're at the next room. The next room would be the next, I guess, part that we have to light. I think what I want to do is I want to just create like an industrial lighting, meaning huge floodlights coming from up top all the way down, which would mean that we have not only, yeah, like cone lights going from up top, from the ceiling all the way down, but also maybe even some fog just in the room to create some atmosphere. So we have these light shafts going down. That's, I think, what I want to do for this piece as well. So let's go ahead into the solid mode, solid view, and adjust lighting. Hold on, I want to... There you go. Okay. So, okay. Let's set this to... Wait, can I enable... Oh, wrong setting. Set this to... Oh, back versus cooling is actually enabled. Okay. So let's grab a light. There he is. We need a spotlight. We're gonna move it into the scene. There you go. Where are you? There you go. Let's pull it all the way down, all the way up. Actually, I want to see through this. Oh, I can actually just go in alt mode, I guess. X-ray mode. Pull it all the way to the ceiling. There you go. Good thing is, for these lights, we don't need like a, I guess, a case that we had to use for this light, just to direct the lighting a little bit better. These lights already have that, so that's pretty good. We just use this one. We already are in the scene down here at the bottom left, so we can then go just in here in the lighting. There you go. And make this stronger. Let's see how strong we have to make it. Okay, quite strong, I guess. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Ooh, God is shining down. Mr. Bean is gonna fall down soon. Okay, so first of all, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna increase the blend just a little bit, maybe even fully. The size can probably be smaller. I kind of like it smaller, actually. Yeah. Move it closer to the door, so we have like a line of light. It is still pretty dim. So I'm going to increase its strength maybe to 2000, maybe even to 5000. Maybe 5000 is too much, we'll see. Now I'm just going to duplicate this. We can actually link duplicate it, so we can just, I guess, change one and then all the others change as well, to create this nice line of light here. Perfect. One more. There you go. Oh, look at him. He's in the light, kind of switching from every single, like every time he runs through. There you go. We have to move this a little bit further back. So we have this nice line there. Oh, that actually fits quite well. We have even this light going all the way up the wall to kind of highlight the lever a little bit more. Perfect. Okay. So now we have the light in the center, which I like, but we still need more light in the overall vicinity. This room, of course, is not supposed to be purely black, so we have to bring in more. We could do, oh, actually, yeah, what we could do is we could just, I guess, bring in a light probe to create some bounce light, just to see how light or how bright everything is with that. Bounce lighting is very important for a room to be bright, because the light is going to bounce around in the room and make the room overall just brighter. We can see right there is pure black right now, but yeah, using the light probe bounce or bringing in bounce light will definitely help with the brightness of the room. There you go. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I don't want to cut off my head with the camera. There you go. Okay, so let's grab another irradiance volume light probe. There you go. Put it in the scene. Fit it to the scene. Don't go through walls. Oh. There you go. Go in the other direction. X-axis. Oh. There you go. Then the Z-axis as well. Trying to fit the whole room. Create some nice light probes. I mean some bounce light. Okay. We definitely need more probes in here. So I'm going to increase the resolution maybe to 8. Maybe even to 12. Oh no, I think I used 16 for this pipe room. But I think 12 is pretty good for this one. Especially if we increase every single axis. Maybe that's even too much. Maybe we reduce it to, I don't know, 8. Yeah, that's probably already good enough. Okay. Let's save it right there, and then let's bake the light. Bake cube map only? No. Delete lighting cache, and let's bake again. Let's save it for a second. Can we do some more changes in here? No. Okay. Yeah, let's bake. Bake indirect lighting. You can see the bar at the bottom right there. Doesn't really seem to do much in this room. I wonder why. It's definitely doing something in the other room. But it's not doing anything in this room. I wonder why that is. Maybe this distance is too big? Like this fall off, I think it's what it is. I don't know. Maybe the light probes are just too far away from the ground, where it's kind of reflecting off of. Weird. But it's almost done. Let's see. Yeah, nothing happened. What is the difference between the two? Why had this one have like this? Huh. Diffuse bounce, display, bake cube map only. Try to only bake reflection cube maps if irradiance grids are up to date. No. What is the difference? What is the mistake we are getting into here? I can't really specify which cube map to bake, so it doesn't seem like that's the problem. We only can bake everything. So what if I remove this? Does that mean... Oh wait, why are there no probes in here? Oh, because I have to select it? Yeah. What if I hide this? So we can see the irradiance samples. What if I remove this cube? Does it decrease the irradiance samples? No, it doesn't. Does it decrease it if I remove the other one? No. Okay. Weird. Why would you do this to me? Can we do some changes in here? Of course, I'm not quite that good with EEVEE, so it's kind of like a learning process for me as well. Ah, hold on. What if we change the fall off to something more like 0.3? Then the distance. Oh, okay. Interesting. What if I set this to... Wait, what was it before? 0.3. What about 0.1? Okay. Maybe that works. Let's see. Let's try it again. Let's delete the big. I didn't cache. Give me the cache. Okay, thank you. Let's bake again. Okay, let's see. It doesn't seem like there's a difference. I wonder why. It doesn't seem to do anything. That's kind of weird. Kind of sus, not gonna lie. I'm just gonna let it render through or bake through so we can at least have the other one being baked. And then we can kind of fix this one. Almost there. Okay, so let's see, what can we do here? Could we do some changes in here? Some more flipping start and no. Bias? Bias for reducing self-shadowing. Hold on, let me pull up a guide. Pull up a the Blender manual or like I don't know. Hold on, a forum. So EEVEE. Oh, hold on. Blender EEVEE. Irradiance. Volume. No light. Irradiance, volume, and light baking in complex environment. I have a problem with indirect light baking and irradiance volume in particular. Problem is, whatever I do, I am not able to get a satisfying result without shading issues, artifacts, and sometimes spiky shading. I watched numerous tutorials. Problem is that all of them consider simple scenes such as a plain sphere and sunlight, or a simple rectangular room with window and basic furniture. Nothing really advanced. My interior is quite complex and it's not shaped regularly. It includes some curved walls and numerous props. You can see the environment in whatever. Okay. Huh. No answer. Perfect. Well, that was a bust. This discrepancy between multiple and single irradiance, whatever. Rendering a given scene using a single irradiance volume light probe versus multiple irradiance light. Oh, okay. Well, that's not really what I wanted. That's weird. Why? Okay, let's try something else. What if I move these probes closer to the ground? Wait, where's my probe? There it is. Nope, there it is. So the probes are quite far off the ground, so if I move them closer to the ground. Hold on, where's my ground? There it is. That's pretty close. Now they should at least bake. Let's save it right there. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna remove my irradiance volume, the one that works, and then I'm gonna try again. And if that doesn't work, then I can just reload the file. So weird. Why? Why would you do this to me? Oh, hold on. It's working, kinda. Maybe it's too weak. Maybe I have to increase the strength. It's gotten a little brighter, but not too much. So maybe increasing the intensity works. Probably. Also, we could try and see what it looks like in cycles, whether or not the room is actually brighter or not. This way we can kind of see what realistic lighting would look like. So we can then adapt that in EEVEE. Okay, so we have a little bit brighter light there, probably because of this wall light that just bounces off and goes to the floor. So let's switch back to cycles and see. Yeah, the walls at least are brighter, nothing else, because like nothing can bounce all the way to the top and then all the way to the bottom again. So let's see what happens if we increase the strength. Oh no, let's go back to EEVEE and just increase the strength. What about setting this to the double the amount? Oh, times 2. Oh. Hell yeah. Let's try again. Let's try again. Okay. That's why I like using cycles, because you don't have to care about how to fake the lighting. You just put your light in the scene, then it works. In here you always have to fix some sort of, I don't know, you have to bake the light, and then it doesn't work sometimes, and then sometimes it does. In cycles it just works. And you know that it is right, because it's realistic. It's actual light tracing rather than just faking. Maybe we should also bring in a few more lights, maybe that could help. Okay, I'm gonna look up at a few warehouses, how they are lit, just so we can have like a reference to what lighting we could use. Where? Empty hangar. I think that's a good reference. Pretty open with this very smooth surface, very glossy. I think that's a good reference, yeah. Okay, they just use, I guess, multiple lights that go down. Okay, so let's just duplicate them, I guess. Make a grid. Oh, okay, let's select the lights in here. In here, there you go. Oh, we need one more. Duplicate it, link duplicate it, there you go. Move it over here, maybe over there. Like that. One more to the other side. There you go. Okay, so let's see if that works better. So now if I go ahead and do the same again. Wait, can I increase the, what is it? The radius? No, not that radius. The size. Aha. Like that. Oh, look at that. Maybe that worked. Okay, blending them together. Let's try baking again. I'm gonna save right there. Okay, let's try again. Let's see how this turns out. Still looks pretty dark, so I don't know. Maybe we just have to. I don't know. The walls are so so dark. At least the wall should be like a gradient of light maybe. Or maybe we have to bring in like fog. Maybe that helps. We'll see. It looks very, very dark. Okay. What we could try is, let's bring in a volume cube. So what would that be? Environment, I guess? No. Let's put it in light bake. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Let's put it in environment. Cube. Oh, hello cube. Gonna put you over here. Okay, let's scale it up. Okay, scale it on the z-axis. This wall in the room. Okay. Then on the x-axis as well. I mean y-axis, of course. Oh, hello. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this a volume object. So we have to make a new shader for this one. And we have to switch the principal BSF to principal volume. Put that into volume. There you go. Oh, and we can see some nice, you know, these shafts. We're gonna make it wider and just less dense. Oh, look at that. Oh. Looks definitely very cool, but it's too strong, I think. Or the light is just too weak. That could also be the problem here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give this the room itself out also like a material. Maybe the roughness of the material is just too little. But if it gets brighter if I do that. But I don't really know if that's the result that I want. Maybe 8.2 roughness works in here. The volume is definitely too thick. So maybe 0.05, maybe even 0.025 could work better here. Yeah, that's definitely better. That definitely looks good. But the wall is still very, very dark. What if I change the radius even more? Like more like that. Oh, that looks pretty cool. We can see the nice reflection on the ground. That's pretty cool, I think. So the ground is actually pretty evenly lit. The fog is kind of in the way maybe, but that's okay, I think. We can see him running there. Is he actually floating? Oh, he is. Why is he so far above the... No, he's not. No, he's not. Okay. Wait, he is. Why? Okay. Or maybe that's just the light. Okay. So now we have the light for this room as well. What I actually want to put in is a... Oh, it shouldn't be too bright actually, because he's supposed to... Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put a light above the door so that you know that the door is important. So it actually is not supposed to be super, super bright. I wonder what would be better. Just changing all the lights, make them dimmer, or making them... I don't know. Let's make them dim. Maybe to 3000, maybe even less. I'm gonna keep all of them, but I'm gonna unlink a few so that we have the centerpiece will be the brightest part, and the outside will just be, I guess, a little bit. We'll bring in a little bit of light. so that it's not like pure black, pure blackness, pure darkness. Maybe 250. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then we're gonna use, can we unlink them? Unlink. Object, duplicate link, duplicate objects. How can I switch them? Oh, here it is, spot. So what I do is I go ahead and, wait, if I duplicate it like this? No, that's another one. Okay, perfect. So we select these, we unlink this one. There you go. This one as well. Oh, hello. There you go. Do that for the other three as well. Oh, thank you. That's not what I wanted to click. Okay. Okay, so can we link them again? Hello, please just let me select these lights. Okay, link object data. Does that work? Oh, it worked. No, it doesn't. Link. Well, no. No. Wait, it does. No, it doesn't. Does it? It does. So if I change the power now to 1000, does it only change it to for one of them? No. Oh, perfect. So let's set that back to what, 10,000, maybe even less. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna decrease the strength for these. So the radius can be, no, not the radius, the size. More like that, more like a road. Then we have the door. The door is over there, sitting there. It needs a light over here as well. So we're gonna make a constant, maybe, yeah, right, like a constant light there as well. I thought about putting a red light there, but of course the scene is supposed to be black and white, so it's not going to be a red light. It's going to be a white light, but it still indicates that this is a important door. We could maybe make it like an exit door even. So what we could do is we could use a plane. Yeah, let's just use a plane for now. Oh, hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to spawn it here. No, we're gonna use an area lamp. We're gonna rotate it by 90 degrees so it faces in. Move it out of the wall. There you go. Then we have a light right there as well, which we can't really see actually because it's too dim. We also have to change the scale. Oops. There you go. Put it above the door and then increase the strength. Like that. Okay. No, I'm gonna make a different light here. I'm gonna use a point light. This is definitely too big. We're gonna put it on the side. Over here somewhere. No, I'm actually gonna put it over here. Like that. Okay. Perfect. So we have this light right there. There's gonna be probably like a line going from the lever, whatever, to the light. And then we have a pretty basic lighting here. Of course, we have to probably fine tune it if we bring in some textures, probably. But for right now, I think that's pretty good. Let's do the next part, which would be the ladder, or detailing some of these objects a little bit more. I think the doors don't really need more detailing, but the ladder definitely needs more detailing. For example, going into, creating a better ladder, because we need to have a good ladder so that we can then use that ladder for the animation. He's not supposed to just grab nothing and just climb up. He's supposed to grab the ladder pieces to climb up, which means we have to create the final ladder before we create the final animation. So let's do that now. I'm gonna probably just create a new model. Yeah. So what we can do to create a very, very easy ladder is we're going to go to the, what is it? To the modules. So, oh, hold on. I have to move these objects to modules applied. There you go. So let's make a new module. First of all, what we need is a curve. Let's use a path curve. Oh, let's bring it over here somewhere. Curve. There you go. Move it over here. What direction does it have? We're going to delete these two. We can actually delete this one as well. Okay, let's rotate it by 90 degrees. There you go. Let's rotate it by 90 degrees again. There you go. So it's facing up. Or it's pointing up. It's going up. Then we create the ladder. We use a... we could probably use a cylinder. We don't have to make it out of one piece. That's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a... That's going to be a... Oh, I need a mirror modifier. Those are going to be the bars at the right and like on the outside. And then we're going to put the one in the middle as well. So let's go ahead and make this slimmer first, especially smaller. There you go. So it's more according to scale. It has a right scale. There you go. We need a mirror modifier. There you go. Move it over. So we have two. Perfect. We should probably duplicate the ladder that is in the room right now so we can kind of see how wide everything has to be, or like, yeah, just as reference. There you go. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Wait, is it behind? Oh. There you go. Align it on the x-axis. There you go. So now it's just wide enough. Perfect. Let's make it... Oh, hello? What? Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to create the middle part. So which means we have to, first of all, create a connection between the middle part and these bars, which is what I'm going to do now. What I want to do for it is like a clamp going around the bar, and then a hole on the side so that the bar in the middle can go into that clamp, basically. Clamp? Okay. So, how do we make this? I think I know how. Yeah, this is actually, I think, pretty simple. So what we need is another cylinder. We probably need more than that, but yeah, overall. Okay, let's go in here and bring the cursor in here. That's probably easier. Then we need a cylinder. We use a mirror modifier so we can mirror it again. There you go. And then first of all, what we need is we have to bring it into here, just around the bar, so that it clamps onto it. Perfect. Then we need another one. So we're gonna add another cylinder, make it smaller, rotate it so that this one can fit on there. Okay, I'm gonna bring it closer. Perfect. So now what we have to create is a cut right there, where we can put this into or connect to. So first of all, what we need, oh, we can probably just go into, no, okay, well, that doesn't work. Hold on. So first of all, I need to align these edges, otherwise that doesn't work. So let's do that before we do anything else. That looks pretty good. Okay, Then this one we don't need. This one we also don't need. Okay, these ones are aligned. Then we have the next one, which will be over here. This one looks pretty good already. I'm gonna move it a little bit further over. This one we don't need. Oh, this one we have to move over. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a very, very small asset. But I, you know, just want to at least make it semi-okay. There you go. Oh, that's quite big. Maybe we could add more, like a cut in here. Like that. That could work. Okay. There you go. We could even, we could even mirror this on the z-axis, can we? So this face we really don't need. No, we can't. We can't. Faces. Okay. So the top part is pretty good already. So let's adjust the bottom part. That's pretty good. What do we do here? Oh, we just moved it. Okay. I think this one we... Oh no, we just removed, okay. Okay. Once we have a good geometry, we can merge the two together. And then we have like a single piece. That's the plan, at least. Of course, this will not look perfect. Hopefully it look at least like semi-okay. I'm not good at hard surface modeling, as you probably might have already noticed. Okay. Maybe kind of like an uneven, like, distribution here, but we'll try. So now what we have to do is we have to add the edges as well, right there. Right there. Right there, roughly. Okay. Looking pretty good so far. We're almost there. Let's see if that actually works. If everything's going according to my plan. Okay, so let's delete the faces that we don't need. Wait, that doesn't... Oh, never mind. It's all a learning process here. Okay, delete these faces. Oh, what is that? Wait, what? Where does that come from? Oh, I wanted to delete the face, not unify it. Okay. So let's connect the pieces, which would mean like that. We get all these triangles, which looks really horrible, but we can check if we can kind of fix them somehow. But right now I just want to connect them to see if that actually even works. There you go. Put those together. Almost there. Halfway through. Okay, so now we've connected the two pieces, maybe pretty rough, but at least they're connected. I wonder what happens if I bring in a subdivision modifier now. And I also wonder if we can combine these pieces somehow. We could probably do that, could we? No. Probably with a lot of adjusting. Let's see if it just works like that as well. So if you now bring in a subdivision modifier, it looks okay, I think. I think we can work with that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's pretty good. Oh, hold on. There you go. Okay. So now that we have this piece, I'm gonna go ahead and scale, not scale it, extrude and then scale to give it a thickness, a certain thickness, and then we can put the bar in the center. There you go. Perfect. Okay. Let's make this actually a good edge here. Perfect. Okay. So that looks pretty acceptable, I would call it. So now what you can do is we can go in here and add the pipe as well. We can probably join these two pieces, which would mean that we have to remove the subdivision and also the mirror, but that's okay. So now we can join the two pieces. There you go. And we can apply the mirror modifier again. There you go. We could probably even use the subdivision modifier. Yeah, probably works. If I bring in an edge right there. Oh, hold on. I have to bring in two edges. There you go. Then we have to change the faces as well, so they transition well. There you go, perfect. So we have that now. What do we need? We need the bar in the center. So all we need now is just another cylinder. Well, that's an interesting cylinder. Wait, oh. Okay. Make it slimmer. There you go. So it fits in there. Perfect. And then bring in two cuts right there to create a real bar. Now to finish the edge, we have to go ahead and... What is a OneNote? Is that your tablet or whatever? Are you trying to hack your tablet now? Trying to install, I don't know, Chrome on there? Wait. Why does it look so weird? Huh. I think I've never crashed my phone. It's just gotten like hot or whatever, but I never crashed it because of, I don't know, RAM or whatever. maybe phones are quite sturdy. They're like programmed in a way that doesn't really happen. But yeah, it's like, do you mean, no, not your Chromebook. Hold on, what is a OneNote? OneNote. Microsoft OneNote? Is that like... Oh wow. How can you crash a Note program? What is so crazy in there? What do you do in there? That is so intense. Did you take too many notes? Did you write down too many? Okay. So now we use a... Oh, we have to align these two pieces. There you go. We have to pull this all the way up to the pivot point. Okay. And then we go in here and use the array modifier. Set it to curve, fit curve, and then we select this curve. Then nothing happens. Hell yeah. Or does it? No. Wait, why not? Wait, doesn't make any sense. Oh, I know why. Aha. There you go. Wait, that doesn't really fit. Wait. What is happening here? Why are there... Yeah, the latency is insane still, I can imagine. Yeah. That was just because of the quick sketch in the beginning. Wait, what is happening? Why is the curve so short? Okay, well, if you're using a macro, then I can imagine it crashing. Probably wasn't the problem of like OneNote, but rather, I don't know. I don't know, the macro. How often do you start one of your macros and then you just hope that it doesn't crash? I guess we have to subdivide that a few times. Does that work? That should... No, one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Convert. Nope. Handle. Wait, where can I change the... Ah. Set handle type. Automatic? No. Which one is it? I can't remember. I remember one of my old like high school friends went into the when we had like some sort of Wikipedia or like just research class where we go into the PC room. He had some sort of either he just or he knew what he had to program, but he programmed like a small macro in a I think text in a Word document, not Word document, but the text document in Windows. So what would happen is if you start that macro, it would just copy a certain file. So then you can create a you can set the file and then you can just hit start and it would like duplicate basically and paste completely paste like crowd or like fill the desktop with like just the single file. Pretty funny. Okay, so what did I do here? Says handle type vector. Nope. Aligned. Nope. Hooks. No. Free. Maybe I should use another curve. Okay, let's use another curve. Let's use the Bezier curve. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees. Hold it up. Wait, it's in the wrong direction. Hold on. There you go. Move it up. There you go. Rotate this handle by 45 degrees. And there you go. Now we have a straight line with the other handle type. Hopefully this one works. So now if we go in here and use this curve, hopefully this one works. No. Why not? What did I do to you? Ah, that was the problem. The scale. Okay. If in doubt, check the scale. Okay. So now if I just pull this up, you can see we get more and more of these ladder pieces, which is pretty handy. So now I first of all have to parent this to the curve. Nope. Parent, object, follow path. No. Okay. So now if I move the curve, you can see we moved the ladder as well. Now we have to make the ladder, or this piece, just long enough to fit the same length these pieces have with it. Like the distance between the next step. So we do that by going in here and just selecting this cylinder and scaling it up. Ooh. There you go. And that's it. Now we have the ladder in high definition. Oh, we have to make it change. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. So we have to make it just as long as it needs to be. Ooh. There you go. Perfect. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a maximum of pacing you can do per second. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe have you checked your? I guess you've checked your RAM and all that. That's probably not the problem, especially if you're just copying URL stuff. Maybe you tried to create a backup, but because you were working in it so fast, it crashed or whatever. Lesson learned. Don't try to macro OneNote. Okay. So, oh dude, we've already almost been working on this for like an hour. Okay. So we also have like the top part, which is supposed to, of course, have a certain look to it. I actually have like something in mind, so let's do that. What I need for it is this duplicated without the array modifier. There you go. Now I'm gonna use no, I just need the cylinders, the ones that go up. We remove everything else, and we bring in another one of those. So duplicate. There you go. Scale it up. Make it wider and smaller. So we have a nice transition between the two pieces right there. Perfect. And that's it. So now we can create the top part, which will be this bow shape that you can also have in swimming pools, where you go out, you have these extensions at the top, just so you can pull yourself up. That's basically what I want to go for here. So what we need actually is hold on, how many vertices are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20. $30, $32, okay. So now what we have to add is a torus with 32. Wait, where's my torus? There it is. How many segments? 32. Not these ones. Oh, this one has to be 32. 32. Okay. These segments don't really matter that much. Although we can make them a little bit lower probably. That's probably okay. Maybe a little bit less even. Maybe, I don't know, 20. Okay, perfect. We need to pull it up, of course. We have to connect it now to this piece up here. If the thickness doesn't match, we can still fix that in a pretty simple way. We can rotate it on the y-axis by 90 degrees, and then we have to align it. Let's align these horizontal vertices with these ones. Okay. The height is looking pretty good. Okay, so now we have to make it smaller. This works by, I think, Alt-S. Yeah, perfect. It uses the normals for the scale. There you go. So those ones are aligned. Perfect. So now what we need is a what do we need? Hold on, is the ring big enough? I think I want to make... No, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to leave it there. So what we need now is a... I need to remove these faces down here. Exactly these ones. Perfect. Put them back. Go back to your bank. You're not in the game right now. There you go. Now we have to delete these faces as well. Oh, where am I? Oh, we also have to align it on the y-axis. But before we do that, I'm gonna... Oh, I have to select them anyway. No, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can. Oh, hello. Please select this. Hello? Oh, there you go. Wait, are there multiple? Ah, because it's on the other side. Okay, perfect. Let's make it actual perfect. There you go. Okay, so... Oh, okay, it's not perfect. Well, doesn't really matter. Okay, so now that it's aligned... Oh, hello. Where am I? There you go. We can delete these vertices. So I'm just gonna... Oh. Unselect all the others. Wait, why did I select... Hold on. No, I didn't. Okay. There you go. We remove these ones on the inside. Delete the vertices. There you go. To open it up, then we connect the edge ring here. Bridge edge loops. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? And then we go to the other side and pull it all the way down. Perfect. What height is this? Please tell me your height, sir. Transform. Oh, let's copy that. Put it in here. And there you go. Let's close it up. F. Quite laggy. Oh, where's my... Oh, there it is. Pull it down. Oh, that is so laggy. Please go down. There you go. Okay, perfect. There you go. Now we have the top part as well. Perfect. So let's bring it into the scene. But of course we have to parent this piece to the curve as well. Perfect. So now let's call this curve. Where's the curve? In the mod environments? Wait, why is it in environments? This has to be in modules. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Okay. There you go. This one we'll call ladder. Wait. Oh, okay. Let's put the ladder in the scene. Of course, we're gonna link duplicate it because it's the applied module. There you go. Oh, so you fixed your problem by just not using a macro? Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I'm not as smart as you. I couldn't do that. I would just probably just give up. So if I ever need to copy my what is it? My well, doesn't matter. At least you got it. That's all that matters. Now you know more. Now you know how to do it better next time. Okay, we actually need to make it shorter. There you go. Wait. Okay. I mean, at least you learned something at the end. At least you didn't just give up and, I don't know, just got nothing out of it. So that's a plus, maybe. Okay. We have to make this a little bit bigger. Oh. You know, every time I guess see time as wasted, I try to see if I learned anything or whatever. Maybe it wasn't wasted at all, or overall, or when something bad happens, usually at least you learned about what happened, and then you can, I guess, improve on it next time. But it still sucks. I don't wanna say it's all good. Okay, there you go. Now we have a ladder, so he can actually climb up properly. We don't need this one anymore. See ya. Okay, perfect. Should we change the lever as well? It should probably be a little bit highly detailed, but it doesn't really require that much setup. What we could do though is we could... Oh well, it's already pretty good in terms of its setup, although the center looks weird. Let's see if we can change the center. Can we use grid fill on here? Oh, interesting. Just does nothing. Perfect. Probably we have to do it individually, do we? No. What? Wait, what? What are you doing? What is this? Some sort of witchcraft? Let's try that again. Oh, tomorrow we're gonna go into, like, go to my old, like, to my grandparents' home for the last time and take out all the rest of the trash. Then we're finally done. And we can finally, yeah, just breathe. And we don't have this burden on our hands. Or I, at least. I mean, I think everybody's kind of annoyed by it by now. So I'm not the only one that is complaining. The worst part was probably not really the that we had to go there necessarily. It was more like, oh, it was just like so unplanned. Or it was always like, oh well, like I would make some sort of plans for the weekend, for example, and then it was oh hey, we wanted to go to our grandparents again and pull some stuff out of there, and like, whoa, what is that? What is that? Why is that part of it? Oh, that's the grid. Okay. You know, we would always, like, I would make some plans, and then it would be like, oh well, we decided to go to we decided we wanted to do something over there this weekend. Surprise! And I was like, well, nice. Now my plans are ruined. That's always what annoyed me the most, because the dread was always there. Like, oh, do I have to go back to the house again? Do we have to go do some more there? Luckily, it didn't happen that much, but still, it was just annoying. But now it's over, so yeah, perfect. I don't have to fear it anymore. Okay, so the lever has a little bit more geometry, it's a little bit more it has more detail. So I guess the next step would be to create a very basic animation for Roberto. That would probably be the next part. Which would mean what we would do is we would create maybe like 3 frames or so for the beginning, for the running animation. So one where he's like, hold on, like this, like whoop, whoop, like this, and then one in the center, and then one like this, and then one in the center, one like this. Just like 3 or 4 frames, blocking out the animation. Then we can add more detail later. But that's the overall plan. Is there anything else what we need? I think we don't really need to detail the doors until we're done, basically. Because it's like, they're just doors. Their detail doesn't really change the outcome of the animation. Let's look at it again. Oh, there he is. Woo! T or A posing through the scene. Bah. Oh no. Doesn't work. Let's go to the ladder. And there he is. Moonwalking, or not even moonwalking, just sliding over the ground. Oh, we can't even see his head, so that's definitely something we have to change. The lighting doesn't really match up with the scene. There's just nothing. His face isn't even in the spot or in the shot, and then he breaks through, and he's through, and that's yeah. Oh wow. Whoop. And then he goes into the abyss. Okay, let's fix this one. Let's fix the lighting right there. So what we probably can just do, we can bring in more lighting over here as well. So we create special lighting that just illuminates this top row. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So what we probably just need... Oh, we can actually see the light in the scene. That's kind of bad. Because that kind of... You know, we would have to put in something plastic or something, yeah, like an object in the scene. Otherwise, it's just gonna be like light coming out of nowhere. But we can care about that later. That would be the detailing phase. Let's care about the light first. You know, I mean, we could probably just add another light. Like another... let's see. We could maybe use these area lights. Let's see. Where is it? Where are they? There they are. Gimme, gimme. There you go. Duplicate. Aha! Look at that. So if you put that to the ceiling, right there, then move it over here. Wait, it's not even... Oh. There you go. I think that's better. Does that even help? Hold on. Well, you can't even see his head properly because it's from the other side. But I want to... I think I'm going to rotate it a little bit like this, so that it shines more in this direction. This way we can kind of change the shadow on his face. I think that's a good shadow. Yeah. So now we just duplicate it. How many do we need? Maybe 3. Let's see. How long is the hallway? Okay. Maybe one more in the middle as well. Right there. And then over here as well. Yeah, look at that. It looks way better if these lights are actual objects in the scene. Yeah, that's enough. That looks better. Yeah. It actually looks pretty good, in my opinion. It serves its purpose. There you go. Let's save it right there. I mean, we could probably create a small light here for these pieces. Shouldn't take long. So what do we need? We need a cup. We could probably just use a cylinder and then apply a subdivision modifier. Put a cut at the bottom, right there. We then inset this once or twice. No, we can now pull it up. Oh, hello. There you go. And the top, how do we fix the top? Oh, and I know why. I mean, how? Why? There you go. It's of course way too big, so we make it smaller. There you go. That should do the trick, but the ball, I mean the light is too big right now. So we have to change its size. Oh, not that. There you go. That's better. Perfect. So now these ones have to be, what is it, 0.19? 0.19. There you go. We grab this one and we have to paste it on all of them. So we can just, I guess, alt duplicate and then align them. No, oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying. Hold on. There you go. Okay, you're gonna... Oh my god. I have to make everything unselectable that is in front of whatever I had to select. There you go. Hopefully that works. Nope, doesn't work because it's in the same folder. Now it should work. Aha. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Just wanna... Oh, dude, are you serious? Please just let me do this. I have to do that quite a few times, but that's okay. Once we're done with this, we're done with this. So just gotta suffer through it once. Oh, that's not the one I needed. That's the one I need. Wait, I copied the light. Wait, I deleted the light. Almost there. Marathon is almost over. Grab that. XYZ. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There you go. Okay. There you go. Now if you go back to this shot, hopefully... Oh yeah, we can see them. Perfect. Perfect. What we have to change, I think, is the bias though. So the bias in here would be... What is it? There it is. No, clip start, contact shadow. Yeah, distance. We have to change the distance. That's better. Wait, is it distance? Hold on. No, it's clip start. We don't need contact shadow. There you go. So it's precise. The light is more precise. Okay, perfect. Aha. Now we have what we need. They're not mounted to the ceiling though. Let's do that real quick. That should just work by going in here, I guess, and extending it up. Yep, there you go. Oh, hello. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that a beauty? It's too... I think it's too thick. Hold on. Oh, hold on. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So now we have completed at least the basic lighting. Let's go through it again. Ooh, pretty dark. Gets dark brighter. Gets to the room. This room is has quite directional lighting. We can see the door on the left. He looks at it. Oh no. Okay, the door's like glowing. Doesn't work. He goes up. All the way up. Oh, we can see, yeah, that's long enough, I think. He gets up, he runs all the way over there. We get these nice reflections there as well, which look really cool. And then he jumps, we get this nice, you know, this nice glow there, which also looks cool. Then he crashes into it. then he's in the galaxy. I wonder why that just, I guess, vanishes, this light. Okay, perfect. Awesome. I think that's where I'm gonna call it, actually. We have finished, or we've done quite a lot today. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. It was more like maybe like a, I guess, chill day. Or, I mean, we talked about the trick, or we've talked quite a lot, I would say. Doesn't mean that I don't talk otherwise, but I think this today was especially much. Well, that doesn't mean that it's bad. Yeah, I kind of wanted to compare the two pieces just to kind of, you know, see if I actually improve and what I still want to improve on, so I can focus on that in the future. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening, chatting, watching, or chatting. I mean, that's what I already would have said. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. Oh, hold on. And